Alright, welcome everyone. New faces, old faces. It's great. I'm going to unmute. We're going to say hello to all of these fuckers. Hello, you fuckers. Did that work? It didn't, did it? For fuck's sake.
Can't hear us.
Hello, you fuckers.
Happy birthday, Nick. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Nick.
Every fucking time. Every fucking time. Okay, welcome.
Because it's your birthday.
Welcome back to this game that I am very quickly coming to hate. I'm kidding. You're all wonderful. Welcome back to the Guild of Icons. We are joined by some old faces. We have Leggy above playing Razad the Blasting. Over on the far left, we've got Bree playing Grounded. In between, in a sandwich of hostility, there is Keith, the marvelous Keith, playing Hannah Delhamer. And we are missing two, sadly. Eao's actually on holiday. Iris is on holiday playing Eao. Although Eao will be joining the session because they're about to go some places and Iris won't be able to catch up otherwise. And Andres has unfortunately just lost the ability to speak in the last few hours. Thank you for the happy birthday, Andres, in the chat. It's good to have you there. So I'm going to do a brief recap because it's been approximately 12 weeks since the last Guild of Icons session. Shit's not gone well. The city is in what can only be described as a post-nuclear society now. The Guild of Silversmiths and Jewelers will never be the same because it no longer exists. It was vaporized in an anti-magic explosion that took out basically 2 miles of the city over in Silver Street. I recall that Leros is most upset because the smith that he works for was based there and is now dead. But, you know, the party managed to go in and take a look at things. It's not great in there. Light can barely escape the place. Magic can't be cast inside there, and it is filled with the horrors that can only be described as coming from advanced Dungeons and Dragons. So, not a great place to be in. Not a great place to survive in. And so far, they've worked out the only real way that they know so far. There might be other ways, but the only one they know to get rid of this thing is to make their way to the center, find a strange brass contraption at the center, a brass orb of some kind, and cast Dispel Magic on it. But you can't cast magic in the Null Zone. So how are they going to do that? Well, local wizard and exposition spout Merrifryth has an idea, and that idea is the Wand of Creation. It is an artifact that is somewhere, and that artifact will create a bubble of matter around them. And the Null Zone constantly eats pockets of the material plane, but not so quickly that they can't replenish it, keeping a bubble around them large enough to let them cast magic. However, they've got to find it. Luckily, Merrifryth knows where it is. It's in his old alma mater, Cantlor. Unfortunately, no one's allowed in unless you're a powerful mage. So, the party has received a summons to the High Council, where Merrifryth thinks he has a lead. And you all walk in to the familiar surroundings, the high ceilings, the large windows, the streams of light, and there's a few faces there you don't recognize. There's the usuals, you know, you've got the High Solicitor, Eldon Dimblecheeks, sat in his high chair, because of course, despite being the High Solicitor, he's only 2 foot tall. You have the High Marshal. She's looking somewhat aloofly towards you as you arrive. She snorts a little bit of smoke through her nostrils and asks, "So where is the Low Marshal today?" Just a shrug from Rosette.
He has the shit rot.
The shit rot? Distasteful. That'll happen when you consort with people like she does. And also, you know, there's a few that you've sort of seen before in some respects. You've met High Warden Amber Locke, who assisted you in the Null Zone. And the High Inquisitive is there as well, hulking over a stack of papers. But there's a couple there, as I said, that you haven't met before. There's a young woman, mid-20s, standing in the corner. She appears to be sort of regarding you, but not particularly eager to offer up any information just yet. And there's also a salt and pepper coloured, fur-covered tabaxi standing in the corner. He looks to be about mid-60s or so. And he's wearing a 10-gallon hat and has a belt on it, and the buckle is about the size of your fist and is made of pure silver. And he looks over and goes, "Well, I did expect to find my opponent here today, but if she cannot be asked to make it, then I suppose I shall have to let the criers know that our current low marshal is a derelict in her duties, and that perhaps change is in order." He approaches you, Grounded, and hands out a paw and says, "It is very nice to meet you."
Don't take it. That's probably the one he does the scratching of the litter box with.
Excuse me? He turns around and looks straight at you. What did you just say to me? Was that a challenge?
I said that.
I will not have myself dishonored like this.
Grounded just does the bunny ears behind him while he's turning angrily.
You hear a chuckle from Eldon Dimplecheeks. And he swings around and looks at Eldon Dimplecheeks and goes, "You! Diminutive man, what do you have to say for yourself?"
I duck behind him and keep doing it.
Amos Davis Dupree did not summon myself here and offer my assistance to be mocked by you lessers. And he turns and he storms out, huffs out, and he says, "I will be talking to the press about this." And just before the doors close behind him, because he's trying to slam them, but they're huge. Like they're like 2 stories tall, these doors. He's trying to slam them. He's like, and then pushing them closed. And just before they close shut, he's going, "You have not heard the last of Amos Davis Dupree." But he's sort of doing it out of breath, so he's having to really huff and puff in between. So anyway, Amos is dealt with at least.
I half expected that to actually turn into a duel.
It could have. It could have. And unusually, he has firearms proficiency, so good luck. I mean, with that accent, he's got to. So, finally, the High Inquisitive looks up from his papers, and gestures you all to sit with a wave of his hand. Says, "Are we done? Is our friend joining us? The wizard? Do you know anything of where he is?"
Does anyone know anything of where Merrifryth is?
Quite.
Ever?
And given my occupation, I find that highly disturbing. You have no idea?
He's sort of everywhere and nowhere, really.
When he is.
Well, he said this meeting. I would rather like to imagine he'd turn up, and suddenly there's a thunderclap, and Eldon Dibblecheeks falls backwards out of his chair, and because sat on the table right in front of him is an old wizard in full robes. Where are we? What? Well, first of all, right. Is this the one where I tell you about the boat? Or is this the one where I tell you about the orb and that we've got to stop it? Are we on the first meeting or the second one? Have we done this before? He looks around and he locks eyes with Hannah and he goes, must be on the boat
first
one.
Meeting.
Yeah, right. Very good. Very good. Okay. I'm going Bully Chesterton. It just happens. It's too easy for me to go Bully Chesterton now. Right, well, sorry, I'm a little discombobulated. Just 5 minutes ago, or 200 years ago, I think more accurately, I was in a wonderful ball with this tall, leonine gentleman. Superb foxtrot. Anyway, let's get you on your way. So you all know where you're going, right? I've told you that, yes? Yes?
No.
No. Right. Cantlaw. There's a wand. You'll find it in the vault. We need to get you in there. But luckily, I found a guide. And he goes, Hannah, come over here. Come over here. Introduce yourself.
Well, he said my name. I'm a paladin of the Quarrying Lovers. And I'm going to be taking you to the University of Cantlaw, where no one but mages can get in.
Exactly.
To which we've been, I believe, chartered a boat of some type. You've been vague on the subject for this one.
That's right. Yes, there's a boat. It's in the docks. It's waiting for you. I've crewed it and all that. What year is it? Oh, that's not a good sign. I just need to double check that I've already done it. That's all. I probably have. You'll probably find them at the docks. It's not going to be a problem. I need to go. Go to the docks, get on the boat, get to Cantlaw. Hannah will be your guide. Trust whatever she says. Do whatever she says, and you'll be absolutely fine. I need to go see a man about a boat. And with a clap, he's gone. The High Inquisitive looks over at you with an extremely tired look on his face at the three of you and goes, "You know what you're doing then?" Yes, that's about how I feel as well. Well, get on with it. There's no telling what'll happen next down in Silver Street if we don't get this sorted soon, especially with an election coming in 4 weeks. This is something he says. He says this to you, Rosette. He says, when you're back, fetch Dunwich. We must discuss her plans for the election." Thank you. And says, "Well, be gone then." Oh, no, wait! Before you leave, you'll need this. And he hands you a pouch, and it's got 1,000 gold pieces. Spending money. We need you back here alive. Spend it on whatever you want. I don't need it back. But there's no extra if you spend it all on something god stupid like you usually do. All right. So you've been given, you think, a lead, some sort of quest. Who knows what that is? And 1,000 gold pieces that you can spend however you want. A paladin. And a paladin. I will recommend, as your DM, that you spend it in the city as opposed to trying to spend it on the boat. I mean, you could probably spend it when you get to Cantlaw, maybe. Who knows what currency they use, though. So, is there anything anyone would like to buy?
Can I try and source a better crossbow?
Oh, I think you can. Yeah, hand crossbow. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Okay, so you want an upgraded hand crossbow. So I tell you what you can find. The problem with the hand crossbows is that primarily they'd be made by pretty intricate woodworkers. Oh, this time we lost Leggy. That's
Leggy.
Unusual. This is weird.
This has been transferred. I'm free.
Well, that's a surprise. He did say he was having some internet issues. We'll see if Leggy comes back. It could be the internet is just completely gone. We'll find out. We'll find out in a sec. So everyone's sort of shifted around on the screen, which is, that happens a lot, to be fair. But I can quickly adjust some people. Well, then the moment I do that, I'm sure Leggy will be back. Well, we'll stick like this for now. We'll see if Leggy comes back. If not, I'll adjust everyone and we'll be all right. Okay. What I can do, though, probably, is just move a couple of captures so that we can at least see your faces. Boop. There we go. Keith is now visible. And we'll do the same with grounded. Where's grounded's one? That's not grounded's one. Where's grounded one? No. There it is.
Hey.
Boom. Okay, everyone should at least be visible now. And we'll sort it out properly if if Leggy doesn't come back. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah. So to get an upgraded hand crossbow, you'd normally go to Silver Street. Obviously, that currently isn't very easy. However, you probably are able to find someone in the sort of areas of, luckily not the Summer District, in the areas, actually, in one area you've not really been too much, which is Caphilius Heights. Up there are a few slightly more well-to-do merchants, and they sell slightly more unique things. And one of them can probably get you... It won't be a +1 crossbow, hand crossbow, but they can probably get you a loading, repeating hand crossbow. So removes the loading property so that you can fire it multiple times.
Okay.
And because I happen to know you're a rogue and so don't get the benefit of multi-attack, I will say that you can use a bonus action to fire it. Just because otherwise that would be very, very mean of me, wouldn't it? Right, I'm just going to adjust people back. Welcome back, Leggy. So that will set you back 400 gold pieces. And let me
Am I
just...
okay paying for that out of the 1,000?
You should be able to. I mean, unless someone's going to try and stop you, you should be fine.
Yeah, I'm going to say Grounded immediately rushes off before anyone can do anything.
They're not going to be able to catch you. You're the rogue.
Eao isn't here to stop me.
There's no ranger here to track you. Yeah. Okay, so you're now down to 600 gold pieces, plus, whatever money you actually have. If you want to buy anything else. As I say, there are some more unique shops that do sell things like, you can get potions and all that fairly easily as well. Usually the more common potions. You won't get the really rare ones in here. But you can definitely get some of the more common ones. Potions of healing, large potions of healing, which I forget the name, greater potions of healing, or magnanimous potions of healing, or whatever the fucking name is. You can probably get some of those, and you could probably get some of the really more common potions, like maybe a potion of speed or something like that. And who doesn't want to be hasted on magical crack? So yeah, 600
when you put
gold
it like
pieces.
that.
Yeah, you see? 600 gold pieces left. How do you want to spend it?
You could make a sizable donation to my church.
You could.
No.
You could. Ruzad would probably just smack you over the head.
Say, just for that, Ruzad is going to go find the nearest donation box and try and steal some of the cash out.
Okay.
So, you can try. I'm not going to stop you. It's Coring Lovers. They're probably already stealing from their own donation box as it is.
It's a fair point. You might actually end up a member of the clergy if you do that.
All according to plan.
Are you sure about that one?
Well, okay, so...
I'm from the Order branch, so technically I'm probably meant to stop you for this one. My understanding of the tenets is not brilliant. I was brought on to hit things.
It's an important part of Order, is hitting things.
It's going to depend.
I imagine I'd have to report you at some point if you tried to steal from collection boxes.
Only if you catch me.
This is true.
Okay, so I'm going to need. We'll do this as just two rolls because I don't want this to go too slowly. Give me a stealth check, which I will contest with a 0 modifier for general members of the public, and then sleight of hand to try and steal it without making a loud noise.
Okay, so 20 for the stealth.
Well, yeah, he beat the general public.
And a natural 20 for here.
Silent. Silent. Okay.
It's like sleight of hand, so that's 22.
Okay, I am going to. I'm going to roll a D100 to determine how many gold pieces you get out of there, I think. Oh, wow, yeah. Okay, so you get 64 gold pieces. So, stolen from the church.
Law, loyalty, courage, responsibility. Just double checking my tenants. It's fine. I've got conflict between law and loyalty. It's fine.
Wait, response to what now?
I mean,
Yeah, I know, right?
Hannah probably isn't to know that I'm currently in a feud with both of the heads of the church.
Which gods are you not in a feud with? Hang on, Morian, yes, absolutely. The Ikosuki.
Arius? No.
Oh yeah, no, you're okay with that one. Is that it?
So far.
Only god you're not shoot on sight with is Preteritus. Okay. Well, that'll be great when you
then,
enter the domain of Petrichor.
The god of the sea.
Yeah, so you're okay so far. You're okay so far then. Okay. Well, yeah, add on 64 gold pieces. You've now got 664 gold pieces, whatever you got in your inventory as well. If you would like to buy anything, say so now. If not, we will go straight over to the boat.
Oh, I'm pocketing like 64 for me.
Okay. And not spending any of the 600. It's fair enough.
Most of my
I
stuff
think of
recently
anything.
anyway, so I'd be fine without for that.
Actually, how much would it be for a few potions of healing?
Potions of healing are 50 gold pieces each.
It grabs 3.
Okay. Yep. Mark off 150 gold pieces. Add 3 potions of healing. You're fine. You've got some extra that you can just keep hold
Just
of.
to be nice, I'm going to remove that from my own funds.
Oh, well, fair enough.
The funds you just stole from a church.
Hardly.
That paid for one of them. Yeah.
Can I also grab another 100 GP worth of alchemical ingredients?
Yeah, add on another 100 GP of alchemical ingredients to your alchemy set. That's no problem. You're able to find those easily. You've already got a shop that you go to for that. So, yeah, that's absolutely fine. All right, with all that done, let's go to the boat, which I hastily named. And I've already forgotten it. Okay, yes. Hang on, I've got to click the right button. Where are my notes? There we go. Okay. So you arrive at the docks, and most of the boats are shipping and, well, I mean, they're ships. But also, fishing, proper, like, commercial vessels transporting huge crates and all that. You've seen those before when you were here before, when you were dealing with the necromancer in the sewers down here. But there is one boat that stands out because well, for one, it's smaller. Not than the fishing boats, but than the shipping boats. And for the other is... It looks like it's falling apart. It's a bit dilapidated, to say the least. It looks like it hasn't been cleaned in probably 10, 15 years. It's covered in barnacles, in seaweed. It's basically green. You think it probably was a brown wood to start with, but yeah, it's basically green. The thing on the front, like a mascot, but that, whatever that's called, that's fallen off. The ships, yeah, we'll call it a mascot. Figurehead, that's it. The figurehead's fallen off. And there's chips in all of the wood on the mast and on the side of it. And the crew look about as well cared for as the ship, to be honest. It's it's a handful of old salts who look to be approximately 1 or 2 more good jobs away from liver cirrhosis. But there's a ship. The name on the side of the ship in faded lettering says The Anachronism.
Bruce will turn to grounded and go, your week's worth of rations, that's what Merrifryth got us.
You taking that bet?
Grounded, tell if the ship's likely to sink or not.
Roll me an intelligence check that you can use water vehicle tool proficiency if you have it.
If, eh?
The year was 17.
What do you think grounded is? The Kirin?
I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
Okay, so my intelligence modifier is...
Gotta be negative.
I have you know, it's 1.
Oh, okay. Above average.
Oh, of course, rogue.
And that will be a roll of 16 plus 4.
It won't sink if nothing bad happens to it, but a voice in your head gives you the feeling that really, if you get onto this ship, and if you get attacked by anyone, your best bet is not to fight back, it's to run away as quickly as you can. You do notice that it seems the sailors know that as well, because there are some slight modifications to the ship to make it a little bit faster than most of the competition. Basically, it's got a much tighter line in it, which means it doesn't turn anywhere near as well as other ships, but it will go faster. There's much less resistance coming in the water. However, that voice does relay it to you in your head like this. Yar! She's a right runner, she is! Ha ha ha! Yeah.
Yeah, goes to my head.
Rip my neighbour.
Goes to my head and optimistic.
Okay, so you taking the bet?
It's a terrible idea, but it's grounded, so she's fine.
Okay. Well, the captain approaches Hannah and says, "Aye, you're the one in charge, yeah?"
Apparently. Nice to meet you.
Aye. You can say that, sure.
Permission to come aboard?
Oh, yeah. It's your boat. Do what you want.
You any real business in town before we work out how we're going to get there?
We've been here.
That's these two.
Oh, okay.
That's
He's like, fine.
I
Not me, then.
I imagine the cruise is ready they're going to be.
Been here, waiting here for 3 years. I mean, it's about time.
Wizards.
Yeah. Rude is
Grounded
never
immediately.
fully cocked. It just runs off always. So
All right, off we go. So we get on board, and I guess we set off, and I get to explain to these two and the two who immediately get struck with about seasickness and go below decks. What the plan is?
Oh, it's not seasickness. It's very much a gastrointestinal issue that they're having.
Seasickness is a gastrointestinal issue.
It's a bottom gastrointestinal issue that they're experiencing right now. I do have official rules for shit rot if anyone ever does contract it. It's happened a couple of times.
well, I guess it's happened more than once, Nick.
Mostly to Rosad.
All right, I'm going to talk to the party as soon as we've got everything's going on to sail. So, how much do you know about Cant law as a whole?
I've not heard of it.
And you
I
result?
know it's called Cant Law.
Good start. Okay. Nick, feel free to correct me on anything I get wrong with your law here.
Yeah, sure. I'll just make extra
Cant
notes.
law is a... To say it's a university would imply that much learning goes on there, but it's a citadel full of archmagi, or magi of various skills, run by archmagi. People like our I'm distorted friend over who got us this boat a few years too early. It is surrounded by polar storms. It is very, very difficult to get to. Without some very, very complicated maths, astrology, all sorts of horrible things. The only way to do so really reliably is to know how to get there in the first place, or to be taught how to get there. I've come into that knowledge, but it's only good for some amount of time. So ideally we get there as fast as possible, as quietly as possible, on what is ostensibly a smuggler's vessel. We're going to sneak you there, and hopefully you'll be able to get back on the boat before it departs. Sound good?
Yeah.
I'm fast, we'll all be fine.
Doesn't sound like the most dangerous thing I've done just thus far, so...
I got the impression that this was just going to be normal for you two and your two very ill friends.
They're so ill.
Are you okay with this plan?
You just hear, does it?
I'm going to assume that is an affirmation.
That was not a well-cooked kebab!
So, we have hopefully I want to say short voyage, but I'm looking vaguely at the direction of the GM for this one of how short this is.
It'll take
That
approximately
way.
one session to get there, yeah. Distance-wise, it's hard to tell.
It's as long as it requires the plot to be.
It appears on no maps. Well, except maybe one.
Except maybe one, yes. Which I managed to have a look at. We continue.
Before we go, can I ask a question?
Yes?
Sure.
Why are you helping?
So as we're sort of leaving, I'm just going to look out at the big Null Zone that's sort of enveloped half the city.
Yeah.
It needs fixing. Ostensibly, you're one of the best hopes we've got of fixing it.
Down
that a
below
fair
you
assessment?
once again here. There's just mutual crying now. There's just a lot of tears going on.
If I can punch a demigod in the face, we can do this.
It's possible that when they
And
get
what's
out of
finest?
this, Eao and Laerus's bond will be a lot stronger because they've gone through a really bad experience together below decks.
Wait, I thought... Maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but didn't you miss the demigod and get punched and get nearly killed? Or am I thinking of a different demigod?
No, you're thinking of the same demigod.
Oh, cool.
And it was less that I missed, it was more I did virtually no damage. And got punched back. I'm still willing to punch him.
As I said, best hope you've got.
We're fine, I've got a repeating crossbow now.
Yeah, the crew are shoveling up boardwalks and gangplanks and all that, starting to set sail, and the boat slowly slides out of the harbour and onto the waves. The weather is quite nice right now. There's a stiff breeze. It's not cold though. I mean, you're like for mainly for Keith's reference, you're sort of in a sort of ersatz Mediterranean sort of area, so the temperature is quite reasonable. And it's a bright day. There's not too many clouds on the horizon, and everything seems okay. And I will roll for the first time to see what sort of encounter you're coming up against next. Oh, that's all right then. You're about an hour out, and you see a small pod of seals. Ah, we have an Andrus coming on in. Help's arrived. Right. Someone has very quickly gotten over their shit rot.
Spells to heal shit rot.
Yeah. Okay, I just need to work
I
out.
just suddenly feel better.
Hooray!
It was the tea that did me in. It helped me out.
Just so you know, did me in UK English at least means it would kill you.
Yeah.
Probably
Alright.
did that as well.
Stop looking at me, everyone. Stop looking at my face. We're putting an Andrus on. It's fine. Midway through the stream, this is what I call professionalism. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah, that's why I checked if it's okay for me to join in late.
Yeah, it is absolutely fine. There's some plot things I want to put in that are better having you in for it. Right.
Yes.
There we
By the
go.
way, Grant is adjusting her horns in the universe, just so you know.
Alright, I need to get rid of the feeling poorly bit as well. Where's that? Is it this one? Yes, there we go. Alright. Okay, you're in. Well, not you're in, although you're probably covered in a fair bit of something down there at the moment. I was going to make a joke before you arrived that you two were on the poop deck, but there we go.
I mean, prestidigitation is a very valuable.
That's true. You can use prestidigitation to good effect to clean yourselves off. I've just got to resize everyone's source thing because it resizes whenever anyone joins on Discord, but that's okay. We can do that. That's no problem. So yes, we're sailing off. It's rather nice, honestly. It's a lovely day, and there's this little pod of seals alongside the ship. They're keeping pace, and just one of you is looking over the side, and you can see on their head, rather interestingly, sort of shape of constellations. You recognise the big flipper on there, and there seems to be like a star map. It's very unusual, but it's just nice.
Do I recognise the star map at all?
Well, as I say, you recognise the big flipper. You probably... You know what? Tell you what. I would like a history check, please, from you. No, nature. Let's call this nature. This sounds more natural to me.
You should probably move Keith up a little.
Yeah, I'm just about to do that. I just need to find which of the source mirrors called source mirror is Keith.
That is a fair shout.
Arguably, I should have named these, but there we go. Okay, everyone's positioned. Everyone's looking great. Music's just killed itself.
I agree with Leggy's call there. It's probably source mirror.
Okay, so what was the roll for your nature check?
That was a 22.
22, yeah. So you recognise, as I said, the big flipper, which is in the shape of a seal flipper, and you also recognise Fontaine's cradle, which is a series of spiky, upright sort of fingers of rock. It kind of looks a little bit like a handprint, sort of like that, but without the thumb. And you also recognise the Petricorian Fred, which is... It's a little bit like... just to explain it best, I'll explain it with something from our world. It's a little bit like the Milky Way. The Petricorian Fred, it is not a series of stars so much as a huge conglomerate of distant stars that you're seeing overhead. You wouldn't know that, but that's what it looks like. It looks like a sort of white cloud. And you can see that represented in a lot of dots stippled over the head.
Fancy.
It's lovely, yeah. What happens next? Ooh. Okay. And... Ooh. Well, that's quick. I was expecting to do this a bit later. But okay.
You immediately get the Kraken?
No. You got positive still. I'm going to roll a d4 to determine who is looking over the side right now. Aha.
Probably me.
It is actually Ruzad. Ruzad, you're looking over the side and you see a glint of light in the water. And looking a bit closer, there's something floating in there that's just catching the sunlight every now and then.
Is it in the direction we're headed?
No, it's actually floating the opposite direction. So you're sort of going past it. And it's getting closer. As it's getting closer, it's sort of resolving into a shape now. And it's bobbing up and down. It appears to be a glass bottle.
The drinks.
Can I somehow get this out of the water?
Well, there are nets on the ship. There's hooks and lines and that sort of thing. Or there's anything in your inventory or anything you could try. You could try the Ruzad special and thunder wave it and see what happens.
Ruzad special.
It's usually at his own feet, but...
Actually, yeah, I'll try and throw a net at it.
Okay.
A net that is tied to the ship, so
Okay.
it is not going to just trail away.
So, as a thrown weapon, roll me an attack roll with your strength modifier, please. You don't have proficiency in nets, I'm assuming.
No.
Very few people do. Very few people do. It's an unusual proficiency, although some do. I think Tritons tend to. 18? Very nice. Okay. Yeah, so you get it straight away, first time. And you've caught the bottle in the net, and you can pull it straight out. And yeah, it's a pretty ordinary glass bottle. It looks like it maybe previously contained wine or something like that. It's sort of that size. And there's a cork in it, and inside is a bit of parchment.
Well, I'm gonna remove the cork in classic pirate fashion and just read the note.
Okay. The note says, "Do not trust the wizard." And then underneath is a series of pictograms, which I will put in the reference channel, which you don't understand.
Assuming Reese shows it to the rest of us, can I try and understand them?
You can try to. What languages do you speak? I'm going to add an image of this
Common,
to
Infernal,
the screen
because
as well.
Tiefling, and Null.
Okay, you can't understand them, I'm afraid. This is a
here,
language, specifically. Yeah, you're on the boat. You're fine.
I mean, I am also looking at the note at this point, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I presume, as long as Rosad is showing everyone, and Grounded hasn't just, jumped on his back to look over, I assume you're all able to have a look at it. Yeah.
Both are true.
Interesting. That's from me.
We need to figure out your timey-wimey stuff at some point.
I have no recollection of writing this, so it's probably not from my past.
Which wizard? Because that necromancer was kind of shifty.
They are like that, aren't
We're
they?
going to a place full of wizards.
Yeah, we're going to a place full of wizards. So this is extremely nondescript. I have no idea what I must have been thinking.
Back in the day.
Sorry, what did the characters mean? I'm new here. Sorry.
But that's just my signature. Don't worry about that part.
Okay.
That's my name.
Oh.
What languages does Hannah speak?
Which one?
What I've written down is Common, Dwarfish, Elvish, and Celestial, which I think I need your approval on.
That's
But
fine.
seems appropriate.
Yeah, you can't read this.
So many languages.
There's too many languages.
There are a lot of languages.
And this, you don't get to learn a language per each intelligence modifier scored in 5th edition.
Yeah, it's now feat stuff, isn't it?
You also don't get to
Yeah.
pick this language normally.
Don't get
Yeah, that's
don't get
fair,
to pick
Just thought
Egyptian
I'd check.
hieroglyphics.
Yeah, I just thought I'd check. But yeah, no. I'm afraid none of you can read this language, except Leros obviously can, because at some point, as he says, he wrote this, or he will write this.
So you have time things happening to you as well. It's not just tied localized to Merrifryth.
We've met before, at least 200 years ago. Apparently. We danced
How old are-
together in whatchamacallit, the place in the north.
Perister, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Back when they had the capital still in good shape.
Ah,
Mighty balls back there. Excellent parties.
How old are you again?
At this point, isn't there is something like 4?
Something like that. It's certainly a number.
this has clearly broken your paladin's head, and she's going to wander off to try and
Sorry.
work out where we're going next. So this piece of parchment has confused her.
Okay.
What did you say again? Okay. Leggy just left. I was about to ask what the number was 4 or
4.
or something? 4.
She's like
At
4
least
years
4,
old.
yes.
Yeah, at least. Leros, you can mark down inspiration. I had no idea how you were going to play that, and that has surprised me, honestly. Yeah. A little bit more open than all of the other party members' secrets, it seems. Okay. Alright, back on the journey. We've got to find that list of things that can happen in the ocean. Nice. Okay.
I also did not expect that to be one of the first ones, but
didn't.
I'm glad I was here for it.
Yeah. Okay. So you continue on, and the clouds start to sort of sweep overhead, and they're getting a bit darker. Someone's microphone is feeding back some background noise. Something awesome.
Yeah, sorry, I just got an error message on mine.
Oh yeah, it swapped you to a different microphone. That's interesting.
There we go.
Is that better?
That is not better.
I think you might have
You
been
might wanna
switched to
restart
your
that mic.
webcam.
Anyway, this one is just a descriptive one. The clouds come over, the wind picks up a bit, but the people on the boat, the sailors, they're pretty happy about this situation. They're actually okay with all of this. They're like, this is great. We're gonna get there faster. This is fantastic. Clearly, we've got Petrichor on our side. This is wonderful. We'll make really good time. You're probably about 30 miles out now. Of the bay. You can still, in the distance, see the Sundered City, both sides of it, and it's starting to disappear though in a light mist behind you. And well, well indeed. Okay. Well, all right. Well. So, disappearing behind you, and the mist is coming over, and you start to hear this beautiful noise. It sounds like a choir of angels singing, and it is just wonderful. Just the most fantastic noise you've ever heard, to the point that you start to think maybe you've not sailed into clouds. Maybe you've somehow sailed up out of the sea towards the Celestials, maybe. They're not singing in Celestial though, Hannah. So that's one clue that maybe they're not Celestials at all. But I'm going to need, please. Actually, technically not yet. But I will just do one check. Oh yeah. So the boat immediately twists. As
and you dropped Bree off the boat.
Oh yeah, and Bree flies off the boat. Keith is grounded now.
Thunder is fine.
Yeah.
Thunder is fine, but Bree fell off.
Bree flies off the boat as it lurches to the side. So boat lurches to the side. Bree flies off the boat briefly, but is back. And there's someone at the helm who has just twisted the wheel and is like, it's beautiful. It's so beautiful. And the mist is getting thicker and thicker.
Can't hear you. Sorry, Bree.
That's not sounding good, Bree. In that we can't hear you at all. I wonder if you need to restart your PC if like a driver error has just happened or something.
Yeah, that would explain like
Probably.
an error message.
Yeah.
While Bree's sorting that out, apparently the animals are going a bit nuts, so I'll be right back again.
Okay.
Maybe do a little technical difficulty screen.
Yeah, let's go to the technical difficulty screen. Beautiful. I've had this prepared. Oh, it's amazing. We're all back. Welcome back, everybody. Well, except Eao. Honestly, how dare Iris have a holiday to do when there's D&D to be playing?
I have to make a joke because Nick yesterday mistook us for being level 6 or 7 while we're actually level 5. We are actually just 6 experience away from level 6. Literally 6 experience.
No, we're 606.
So you're telling me Granted got like...
Isn't it 14?
If it's just 6, I'm gonna feel so bad.
Unless there's some experience that I missed counting last time.
Don't
with
tell me you're just
606.
6 away.
Oh yes, you're correct. I accidentally misread the experience number.
God.
It is 606.
If it had been 6, I would have been so upset. Anyway, I'm going to go to the battle music because that's going to happen inevitably. Yeah, so where we were before the impromptu break, the boat suddenly lurches and veers to the side. And you can hear this singing, and the singing is getting louder, and it's the most beautiful singing you've ever heard. It's like when I'm in the shower, and it's wonderful. Nice. It's just, it's like angels singing. Yeah, how do you all feel about this situation? Any of you feeling suspicious or like you want to resist anything, or are we all going to go with the flow?
I will look at my zeros in all my skills related to knowledge rolls and go, jury's out on this one. Doesn't seem like a good idea.
Actually, yeah, tell you what, let's get a group insight check. The 4 of you, please roll me insight.
Oh, insight, that's a bit better for me.
I still will, but I want to ask a question out of character.
Yeah?
Yep.
Are we running on the rules of attraction, or are we just running on the rules of it just happens to work?
Oh, this happens. This is not attraction like a succubus or anything like that. This is bard magic, almost. This is like the music is just amazing, sort of thing. Yeah, don't worry. This is not based on attraction or sexuality at all. This is just the most beautiful sound you have ever heard.
Bye-bye, inspiration. It was fun having you.
All right.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. I've got to do this at disadvantage.
Has anyone gotten higher than a 15?
I got 18.
13.
Okay. Something isn't right. Something isn't right.
I rolled a natural 8 and then a natural 18.
So
inspiration.
The two of you look at each other and you're like, this isn't right. This isn't right at all. And you let the others know. And that's fine. You can all understand that something isn't right. With a high roll like that, you also have an idea that obviously this song is messing with people's heads. Like, it's the only thing that's arrived suddenly. And as beautiful as it is, suddenly, the ship is twisted round. You're off course. You know the course. You know it's not this. So if you would like to resist the music, because it is trying to tell you right now that all is great, you're going the right way, you may roll a wisdom saving throw. And all 4 of you may choose to do that, or
I want to
choose
double
not
check
to.
something.
Yep, absolutely.
Hold on, I'm just letting everything load up again.
Yep, no problem at all.
I, being a paladin, have this trained, so I think I did okay.
I rolled a natural 7, so I did not do okay. That's a 9.
It's the best sound you have ever heard. Ooh, my
No, I got triple that. And 1.
my light just changed colour. That was really bizarre.
I didn't get triple that. I got 21. I got 22 total, sorry.
Okay.
I'm good at maths, honest.
What were we rolling for that one?
Wisdom saving throw. Not affected by exhaustion saving throws. Well, not yet. Later they are.
Not yet. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Who has got lower than an 11? So 10 or under. Okay, Ruzad, Learos, both of you, you are charmed by the song. If any of you have any immunities to charm,
be level 6.
you can, of course, be immune to that. But unfortunately, yeah, you're charmed. And basically, while charmed, you are going to do the level best. So I need you two, role-playing, to do your level best to get that ship to where that singing is coming from. You need to be there, okay? The other two, you know that this is bad.
So,
Grounded, can you give me a nature check with advantage, please?
Okay, nature check with advantage. Yep, I have a +4 in that, so
okay,
remember that.
Just letting you know ahead of time for this roll, Bruce's response is now going to be running towards the person manning the wheel.
Okay. I mean, the person manning the wheel is currently sending you towards these beautiful, beautiful singers, and you're Rules is definitely up for that. That sounds great.
I was going to say, I'm stopping.
Okay.
Okay, so with advantage, I still only got a 9.
A 9. Okay. You get the feeling you've heard this kind of singing before, but you cannot remember where. You can't remember where, but you're pretty sure you've heard it before, and you know there's something wrong with it. Obviously, you know there's something wrong. But yeah, you're pretty sure. Hannah, you can roll a nature check if you want as well, because you've been about a bit. Phrasing. You've been about a fair bit. You've seen a few things. Grounded got to roll with advantage. You don't. But Grounded got to roll with advantage
11.
because these are often from where Grounded comes from. An 11 actually is enough. You needed better than a 10. You know these are harpies. You know that you need to stop the boat from going towards what are presumably some rocks right ahead. So, 2 of you on the bottom need to stop the boat. 2 of you at the top need to keep that boat going. The party boat straight towards the party rocks.
Party rock. Is this the party rock anthem?
Right. And sorry, by the way, I'll have my the results of my wisdom roll with you in just a sec.
Oh, okay, that might change if it's literally going to be Keith versus the world. That would be hilarious. Surely the party have some wisdom.
No.
Well, it's grounded we're talking about.
It's not even a high DC.
Okay, so just in the interest of transparency, I've rolled a 9 for my wisdom save, but I just need to double check what my bonus to that actually is.
If your bonus is 2 or more, then yeah, you're fine.
My bonus is 1.
Keith versus the world. Party boat.
Wait,
Party
do you
boat.
have
Party
inspiration
boat.
to
Party
spend?
boat.
Do you have inspiration
You do
to
have
spend?
inspiration to spend because I gave it to you for making an excellent pun 2 days ago.
Do you know what the best bit of us not being level 6 is? Me not getting Aura of Devotion, it gives +3 to all saves to everyone within 10 feet of me.
I'm
Party
now
boat.
on 11.
11. Oh, that's enough.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to go up next to Ross and the helmsman.
Yes.
Okay.
Party boat. Party boat.
When you're level 6, I literally could have used counter charm.
Party boat. Party boat.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I know it's not technically supposed to be sexuality, but I'm going to say grounded's still very confused and asexual.
Understandably. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to split you into 2 teams, basically. We're going to do a group initiative on this. Well, basically, we're just going to alternate, okay? So, we're going to start with what I will very quickly call Team Horny Jail. Leros and Ruzad, what are you going to get up to? You need to get near. You need to go. You need to go. Party time. It's great. You can hear that the helmsman is starting to sort of hum along, and he's like,
I'm going to start reminiscing about the great parties I've had back in Beresta.
Yes, you're starting to you're hearing that really nice Baroque chamber music in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely. It's taking you
Yeah.
back to a wonderful dance with an old wizard, and
And some others, including the
Oh, yeah.
royal pair.
oh yeah. Both the royal pair. I can't remember their titles. Were they crown prince and princess or something like that? It was something like
I
that.
don't remember.
I know that they're a monarchy. I just can't remember which ranks of the monarchy those 2 that you danced with were. But anyway, back to those dances. Rizad, in your head, you're hearing the only song you know, Wonderwall, and it's fantastic. You get to the front of the ship and you just start.
Why you're making this law?
It is a
I mean,
little
I've got to
mean.
say, if that's the only song Ruz knows, we need to consider that that their alignment should be chaotic evil.
You're at the front of the ship, sort of
No, it
bellowing.
isn't.
Today is going to be the day that we're going to take the boat to you.
Somehow. Whatever. By now, we should have somehow.
Okay, so the 2 of you are up at the front. What are you doing? I've just described what's in your heads. Other than imagining, you've got to do your best efforts to get that boat as quickly as you can towards the sound of the singing.
You know what? Just for the shits and giggles, Ruzad's perfect time.
Rosette's gonna what? Sorry, you went a bit quiet there.
Rosette special time. I know it does nothing, but this is Rosette.
Oh, are you going to try and thunderwave the sails?
Yeah.
I love it. So you're gonna try and add a forceful push to the sails to push them along a bit more. That's absolutely fine. I'm not going to roll a constitution check for sails. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. It happens, and the boat is going faster now. And some of the other members of the crew are starting to sort of chant, party boat, party boat, party boat, party boat. Leros, anything?
No. I
Just stand at the front with a long glaive, like, yes!
The ship is going.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with it, and I'm just telling stories and trying to.
Okay, that's
keep
Team
the party
Horny
going.
Jail done with. Over to Team Bonk. What are you two going to do?
So I turn to our cleric and say, so is there a way we can shut them off? Or...
I mean, paladin, not cleric, but I know outfit is.
Paladin.
Yeah, same difference. Shut them off. Blow to the back of the head normally does it.
Wait, I've got an idea.
It might work.
Okay, so I reach into my pocket and pull out a feather.
Oh.
Okay.
Which feather did you have?
Exactly the right one for this situation.
No, I can't remember which feather you had.
Okay, so I reach into the air and bonk the entire ship into Horny Jail.
Oh, have you got the
Which in-
anchor?
Yeah. Which in the stressful means it's just-
Yes! Fantastic, yeah. So, this is an actual item from... this is a standard raw item. It's a feather... there's several different types of feathers that all do different things. This one is the anchor that stops a ship in its tracks. I completely forgot I'd given you that. That's fantastic.
Meanwhile, Leros has broken out the rum.
So the ship is stopped. I need to check the rules for the anchor because I gave that to you like 20 sessions ago.
Yeah, I'm.
Qual's
going back
feather
and double
token,
checking which
the
feather I
anchor.
have.
Here we go. Use an action to touch the token to a boat or ship for the next 24 hours. The vessel can't be moved by any means.
I mean, I can dispel it manually, I think,
You
can't
can,
I?
yeah, but yeah, boom, Horny Jail. Okay, anything for you, Hannah, as the crew have suddenly started expressing their distaste that the ship has stopped.
Oh, by the way, I'm just gonna
That
hide the
doesn't
feather
spell,
so no one, and hope no one notices that I did it.
Okay, roll me
Has-
stealth to see. And just for your purposes, Leros, no, it's not a spell. You can't. It's just using a magic item.
Fortunately, I do not have the spell magic.
Okay, does a 25 for them?
Yes, they're not that observant at the best of times. 25 is fine. No one sees you as you just casually touch it to the mast or maybe the planks underneath. Hannah, what were you saying?
So has anyone on the ship like resisted it like me and Ground have?
No.
Oh, joyous. Okay, I'm just going to whisper to Grounded. Okay, whatever you did, it's worked. But I imagine whatever's out there, and I think it's harpies, are going to take great umbrage at us doing this, and so are the crew.
Okay, and we go to Team Horny Jail. Team Horny Jail, the boat
May I
is
roll
suddenly
perception?
stopped.
May I roll perception? To
You
realize
absolutely
what
can.
boat
You
has
can.
stopped?
Yeah, you can look around to see if you can work it out. Absolutely. What?
Fuck! I was hoping I would not notice, but that was a natural 20. I don't think that counts.
What is your perception modifier?
+2.
22. That's less than the stealth check, though, isn't it?
Yep, my stealth check was
Yeah,
still
I
fine.
did not see that. But I have noticed the boat stop.
Oh, you've absolutely noticed the boat stop. Yeah, 100%. You know that boat is not moving currently, and that fills you with anger. You need to go to the music. The party can't be stopped. This is a serious party foul. Ruzad, what about you?
Are the paladin and the rogue standing in the middle of the deck away from everyone else? Obviously away from everyone else.
Roll me insight, please.
Woo. Party. Woo.
Grounded always looks like she's in a party mood, so I think I should get some
17.
sort of bonus.
17, you can tell. You are a trained actor. You know when people aren't acting the way they should be, and these people are not, right at the front of the boat shouting, party boat, party boat, party boat, party boat. And that's really a big clue. So, you know.
I'm going to get a party foul and run at them.
Oh, you yell party foul and run towards them. A couple of the other crew members see that and join in. They shout party foul and they're running towards you. They've got weird red cups and I don't know.
I don't know
Okay,
where they came from, but
they just
How did they
appeared.
set up beer pong so quickly?
Okay, to Team
In
Bonk.
fairness, prestigitation can be used to make small items.
Fair enough then. You've just created them. Hundreds of little red solo cups. Okay, yes, Team
Would last
Bonk.
longer than a minute. but-
Ruzad's on their way, and they've brought reinforcements.
I use. Okay. Okay.
Did we get any other saves, or was it just a one?
You don't get any.
thing.
There is a condition that will let you make more saves, but it's not anything that's happened yet.
Okay.
I grab the paladin and try and pull her out of the way.
Okay, sure. Roll me, please, Hannah, a dexterity saving throw with advantage because you've got assistance.
Next saving throw. So I
This-
got everything looking.
This is,
spells
do you
at
get
the moment,
crushed
so
by
my
the
question-
mob, basically?
I hope not. Being crushed by a mob was definitely not on my plans today. A 16.
Oh yeah, that's going to be plenty to avoid a mob of what are essentially commoners. Ruzad though is a little bit more perceptive than the average commoner. Not much if you've ever looked for magic items with them, but a little bit more perceptive than the average commoner.
I mean, I've got a plan to deal with Ruzad, but you know.
And is bearing down on you with a crystal in their hands that is rapidly changing between different forms.
I'm so sorry about this, Ruzad. I had to cast a spell. Normally I have to use the smiting, but I actually have to use an actual spell. And yeah, I'm going to cast command because it's one of my domain, well, both spells.
Okay. Ruzad, can you roll me your initiative, please? It is not going to be used for your initiative, but it determines your weapon. In case it becomes important.
I thought we just did that off a based D20.
No, it's your... Oh, yeah, no, it is. It's base D20. Base D20. Just roll a D20 to determine what the fractal armament is today.
In fairness, but it has also always been the D20 that is in the initiative.
Yeah, it was just
is
always the same one as the initiative.
A trident.
It's a trident! Oh, thematic. Wonderful. Okay.
Nautical theme.
So, yeah, you basically have a bismuth trident at the moment, and you're running towards. Okay, you are casting command. Excellent. So, when you cast the spell command, what does it look like?
Okay, I've got my shield, got the emblem, tapping it with... I'm guessing I haven't got my rapier quite drawn yet, but just tapping it and just shouting the immediate command at him.
Okay, what
Hit
command
them.
word is it?
Flee!
Flee! Okay! Okay, sure. It's going to be a wisdom
Easy.
saving throw against your...
My spell save DC's 14.
Okay, wisdom saving throw, please, Ruzad.
Oh, this is gonna go.
It's
very
fine.
shockingly.
It's fine. You've just failed one. It's your turn to succeed now.
Don't want them to succeed.
Yeah, that was a 3.
Okay. Yeah, so you got to flee. So you spend your turn moving away from Hannah.
And I'm going to say 2 words, and while pointing at Ruzad. Party foul!
Roll me a persuasion check, please. Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120 21.
Okay, a couple of the crew have just seen that, and they're now a little bit confused, and they're going to go towards Ruzad. Ruzad, it's over to you and Leros. Ruzad, on your turn, you have to dash away from Hannah. That's literally what command makes you do. Only for this turn, but for this turn, you have to dash the opposite direction.
Could have made you drop instead.
So the harpies are in the opposite direction, correct?
You'd now be running towards the harpies. Because they're towards the front of the boat, and you were at the front, you moved towards Hannah. Now you're on your way back. So you're now running towards the harpies.
How far is it to the front of the boat?
It's about 60 feet.
Okay, I'm about halfway there.
Halfway? Oh, your movement speed is halved. Well, that's helpful. It's not been a very long charge that you've been doing towards Hannah, has it?
No.
You've been just a slow trudge because you're exhausted.
I'm going to use my movement speed of 35 to just walk up to them and go like, hey, what's the boat stop? Want some rum?
Sure.
Just jogging alongside them with a bottle of rum.
Moving up to not up to Ross, but up to Grounded and Hannah.
Oh.
just inquire, you know.
Hey, what's going on? Why's the party stopped?
What's the boat
Me,
still?
I mean, excuse me a sec. I'm just going to talk to the harpies over there.
You got the harpies?
Okay, so you do that in what I can only really describe as an open deck. So, Leros, all you have to do is turn, and she's still perfectly within view, still just sidling to the right. Like, there's no frame to get out of in this case, because you just turn around and she's still going, crab walking.
Grounded finds a way.
That's unusual, and I really must reiterate for everyone, this is the one who passed the wisdom saving throw.
No, I'm very curious as to why the boat stopped. And you said something about harpies?
Yeah. You know, maybe those harpies over there. They stopped the boat.
Can I see any harpies?
You can't at the moment, it's very misty. They might still be out there, possibly. But it sounds great. Sounds like a great time to you. Just
You know what?
really
Can I
cool.
literally?
So basically, I cannot try to shatter the mist to clear it away.
You can try to shatter the mist to clear it away. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean,
It'll work.
I think the
Doesn't
range is
matter.
only like 120, so it's either
Well,
that or
I think when enough time has passed.
no, it's 60 feet. I'm going to try and how far away is the mist at this time?
It's all around you now. You're in it.
Okay, we are in the mist, but
Yeah.
in the direction that the grounded pointed. Can I shatter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like at the maximum range, that's 60 feet.
Yeah, so... How far did I say the front of the ship was from where Grounded and Hannah were? Here we go! So, what does shatter look like when you cast it? If I recall, it's golden. Was it golden? Most of your spells?
I
or was
don't-
that just Eldritch Blast?
That's Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
I don't think a thunder strike usually
No,
needs.
yeah, it's just going to be
thunder.
a clap of sound, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So when you're casting it, bearing in mind, it involves words and hand signals, what do you go for shatter? Just like a vroom.
Just who can?
Yeah. No, I love it. I love it. So you go like woof, and the front of the ship, where there should be a figurehead, cracks, and the crack goes and runs down the top deck, and straight over to the wheel as well. The person who stood at the wheel is kind of turning it constantly, trying to get the boat to move because they're a little annoyed. They dive to the side just as the crack hits the wheel and splinters it. Yeah, it's not looking great. The wheel isn't working much.
Are you sure I don't need to deal damage for it?
I'm certain.
Okay.
You can deal some damage if you want. You can roll the damage.
The ship was in danger of being destroyed by a house cat.
But things made of inorganic
Fair enough.
material take extra damage from shatter.
I think they have disadvantage on the save.
Oh, that's it. Well, if it would have failed the Constitution
Plus-
saving throw, you saw the
Plus,
ship at the start.
Wood is organic.
Yeah, all right, fair. all right. I'll
Yeah,
let,
that
I'll
would
let you
have
roll
been-
damage.
That would have been 9 points.
Okay, that's below average. I'm going to say it doesn't shatter the wheel, but there is a crack in it.
Okay.
Maybe using it a lot will cause some problems. Okay, so that's fun. That's your turn, and we go back to Team Bonk. So Rosad has just... I don't want to use the word sprinted, because they really didn't. They just sort of jogged and huffed and puffed 30 feet towards the front of the ship, and Leros has snapped part of the front of the ship. So, not great, all told. And now, how many? Oh, just one. One of the crew members has jumped straight off of the boat.
Okay,
This is going to become a problem.
I've got an idea.
Cool. What is the idea?
Without saying anything, I immediately use my dash and move actions to run to the front of the boat.
Okay.
And at the top of my lungs, I shout, "Oi! Harpies! My name's Grounded of Walk. Don't know if you've heard of me, but you might have heard of the Aarakocra walk around. You know, if this ship crashes, you might be in trouble. Consider that, please."
I wasn't expecting "don't you know who I am" to a bunch of harpies. Okay. All right, roll me
the Karen the Harpies.
roll me a persuasion check, please, with disadvantage.
Okay. Disadvantage, you say?
Oh, yes. Definitely disadvantage.
Well, it's worth a try. Well, without disadvantage, I'd have had a 15, but unfortunately, that is. Wait, do I have a point in persuasion? No, I don't. That's a 5.
Oh, no. Unfortunately, you hear a little bit of chattering back. It sounds like beaks clicking together. It reminds you a little bit of some of the kids on walk when you were growing up. You know, whenever they'd be chattering together and laughing.
Wait, so do I hear roughly from the direction that's in?
Roll me perception. You certainly hear it, but it's whether you can pinpoint the direction. While there's all this... Like, they haven't stopped singing. Some of them are muttering about... Is that a 20?
Yeah.
Oh, you know exactly where it is. It is literally directly in front of the boat. And it's about 100 feet, roughly. I'm going to say with a 20 you can guess distance, based on the sound of it. It's about 100 feet in front.
Let me just double check what the range of a repeating crossbow is.
I think it's usually 3120, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh wait, I still have a short bow, and that's at least 120, I think. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot blindly with my short bow.
Short bow's 8320,
yes.
so you're gonna be doing it at disadvantage. The hand crossbow would also be at disadvantage,
Okay.
so it'd be the same kind of attack either way. So whichever one you want to do.
Okay, in that
Could
case,
you
I'll
do
use my
with
hand. Yeah,
with the repeater, yeah.
I'll use my hand crossbow with a walloping bolt in it.
Okay. All right. Roll me an attack at disadvantage while I finally get the stat block for a harpy up. Okay. Okay, go for it. I've got their AC.
Okay, this might be tight. That's a 13.
Oh, it hits! The bolt sails off into the mist, and and after about a quarter of a second, after it sort of vanishes from view, you hear it, and the clouds around the area to the front sort of move slightly as the wallop hits. And you can hear a lot of angry chirruping and sort of really sort of screechy noises coming from all of the harpies, and the song stops. You have successfully distracted them. You have not killed them. Roll damage, though. You might have killed one of them.
Okay. And the one I hit has to make a DC 10 strength saving throw.
Strength's not their best bet, so let's have a look. That is... Oh, that's a 9.
Wait, do I get sneak attack damage on this, or is it just
Well, they can't see you.
That's true.
Yeah, normally it's only when you've got advantage, but this really is a sneak attack, so yeah, go for it.
Wait, how much sneak
Advantage
attack
or an
damage am I
ally,
dealing
wouldn't
again? 4.
3d6 at 5th level, I think?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No,
3.
4d6, I think. At 5th level.
4.
Yeah, it's 3d6 at 3rd level, I think.
Okay, so that's going to be 5d6 plus 3. Okay,
No, it is 3d6.
12.
Oh, is it 3d6?
it is 3.
Oh, okay. That upgrade's slower than I thought.
It becomes 4 at 7th.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Wow. Okay, I'll re-roll that then. Okay, that's 17 damage.
17 damage. I'm going to finally, write down how much, okay. How many harpies have I got? Let's figure this out. One, two, three. Yeah, sure. 17, did you say, damage?
Yes, 17. Oh, wait, plus 3, 20.
20, very nice. Okay, that's... Well, you can't see it, but I'll tell you, that's a bloodied harpy. And...
I shout again. Look, seriously.
Okay. We are now going to need traditional initiative. Rosad, you can keep your thing as a trident, but we will roll a proper initiative for you just to get you all on the board.
Yet again, we don't roll initiative to get what my weapon is.
No, I think the ruling does say every time you roll initiative, note down the number. So I was just to say it doesn't have to change it.
It's every time I enter battle, I believe.
Oh, that's all right then.
Double check though, because I've still got it up.
And I'll roll about 200 initiatives. Right. Shit. Okay. Very good, very good. Yeah, it's the spectrum. Yeah, extremely good and shit. Okay, wonderful. Right. Okay, so, sound off. Who got above 20 for their initiative? Okay, who got above 15?
Oh, sorry, I got above 20.
Oh, you got above 20. Okay, so it's going to be Ruzad up first. Then a harpy. Which I can't spell the word harpy. And then, right, who got above 15? Was that,
17.
Everyone? Okay,
Yes.
First of all, Leros, what did you get?
17.
17, Hannah?
19.
19, grounded.
16.
16, okay, so, Rosad, Harpy, Hannah, then Leros.
We were both right. It's initiative without mod. So it's technically a flat d20.
Rosad, Harpy, Hannah, Leros, grounded, Harpy. Harpy.
So,
Harpy.
Just
Harpy.
to actually keep to it, I'll update the weapon.
Harpy. There we go. I couldn't count. Right. And that one's taken 20 points of damage. Which is nice.
Just to keep, as I said, just to keep your wording, that is now a lance.
Okay, well, you can have it as a lance if you want. You could keep it as a trident, because I did say that the initiative really technically started when you got affected. I'll let you choose.
I prefer to stick to the ruling of the...
Alright,
item.
sounds good. Okay, well, Rosad, you're up first. The song is gone. You're no longer lured by the song. You don't need to, do the party boat. You are approximately 45 feet from the front of the ship. The harpies are then 100 feet further in front. So 145 feet from you for ranges of any spells. You can't see them currently either, but you do know there's something over there. You can hear them.
Yeah, and the only spell I could use against them... I can't use against them because they're not humanoid.
They aren't, no, unusually. They are monstrosities.
Yes, it is almost like I have read stat block before. I'm going to get as close to the front of
What
the ship.
spell is it? Because if it's hold person, I'd probably allow it. They're literally human shapes.
Crown of Madness.
Oh, I wouldn't allow that one. This is some almost Fey Eldritch going on. It's not going to work as well.
I knew it wouldn't count.
Yeah, no, that's fair. You can always just move towards and dash. Yeah?
I was going to say, that's what I'm going to do, to get to the front of the boat.
Okay, so you're 15 feet away from the front of the boat now.
Following your wording, I'm at the front of the boat.
Oh, your movement speed's higher than I thought it was. Alright, you're at the front of the boat.
My movement speed's 30. I would have been
45 away.
at... Oh, were you saying I was 15 away when I got the command put on me? At 15 away from Hannah.
Oh yeah, no, I did fuck up the mess. Yeah, you're at the front. That's fine. Okay, over to the harpy who've just gotten hit. They can't really see the boat, but they've just sort of been singing, and suddenly a walloping bolt has come out of them. Now, they're knocked prone, so they've got to get back up, taking half their movement speed, and then they're going to dash, which means they're going to make it 60 feet towards the boat. Which means there's a further 40 feet to go, and this is quite thick mist, so I don't think they're visible yet, but they're not able to do anything either. Hannah, you are up next, and Leiros, you will be straight afterwards.
I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to replicate the fantastic shot Rounded did, but I get my own longbow and takes 2 shots into the dark, because I'm a 5th level paladin, I get 2 attacks.
Go for it, yeah, roll them.
Yep, so...
Show off.
I know. ISO classes, you know. I don't get
Marshal
sneak attack,
classes,
though.
they're so overpowered,
Yeah.
aren't they? Like, that's all
so-
you ever hear about D&D, is that the marshals,
Oh,
they don't
it's-
scale as well as anyone else. They scale so much better. Why would you be a wizard when you could just hit things twice?
Exactly.
I guess because I can't see them at disadvantage.
Yeah, I think so. Grounded did a really good triangulation, so I will let her have had that one without it. But she was at disadvantage anyway, so...
So 2 shots. So first one, let's see if it even hits. Does AC 11 hit? Probably not.
Yep. That's exactly the AC.
Did that hit?
Yep.
Oh, so I roll a 1 for damage, so 3 points of piercing damage.
3 points of piercing damage. I'm going to say that hits the first harpy because she's closest, so she's going to be easiest to hit. Lovely.
And second shot then.
You just hear this keying.
Well, I rolled exactly the same number on both dice. Sadly, it's single figures, so given that 11 was lowest, I'm not hitting with a 7.
No, I'm afraid not.
Sorry,
that
10,
second one.
10, fuck.
Oh, so
One
close.
shy.
Go straight off into the mist. Who knows? Maybe that will just keep going around the world and hit someone in the back later on. You've still got your movement and any bonus action you would like to do, but if not, we can go to Leiros.
I figure I'm staying close to Grounded for this one. So
Okay.
I'm just going to match them.
All right, Leiros and
Gotcha.
Grounded. You're going to be up next afterwards.
I'm going to move up to those 2 ranges. Range combatants.
Yeah.
Kinda... If I wasn't wearing a mask, I would probably look a little bit embarrassed about that whole shadow deal.
So you're
But
going to drop
I'm
to the
gonna-
ground and start licking yourself like cats do when they're embarrassed. Just start grooming immediately.
No, but I am going to throw a couple of Eldritch Blasts into the mist.
Yes! Couple of golden lights shining off into the darkness. Yeah, go for it.
What suggestion? Because I can't see.
Yeah, because you can't see them yet. They are getting closer, though.
Alright, so that's a 15 on the first one.
That hits. Yeah.
And a 9 on the second, which does not... Wait.
Ooh.
My math is wrong. That's a +5 to... No. That's a +6 to hit now, isn't it?
That sounds
Yeah,
about
yeah,
right,
it is.
yeah.
So that's a 12. Sorry,
They
the last
both
one was
hit.
16.
2 golden lights find their mark on that closest harpy and sort of illuminate her for a second, so everyone's got a really good idea of where she is now, briefly. So those of you with a functioning memory, before she moves, you're able to fire now without disadvantage.
And that is going to be a total of 18 damage.
Hang on. Don't bother firing at that one, she's dead. You hear this screech and a splash. You see her die briefly, thanks to the light, the golden light of Laeris' Eldritch Blast. Dead. Screeching into the water, into the wash. Any movement or anything?
Good shots.
I mean, just let me know when they're within 60 feet and I can actually do things.
They will be soon. Most of them can move a lot faster than that harpy, because that one was knocked prone to start with. Okay, over to grounded.
I had an idea.
Oh no. What's your idea?
Actually,
I'm lucky that Laeris is not evil, otherwise I wouldn't do this. Go ahead.
Okay.
just double checking. Can I prepare a spell ready for when they do get into range, or...
You can absolutely do that. You can use your action to ready a spell. Just bear in mind, if the trigger for your spell doesn't go off, you lose the spell.
Oh, yeah, no, I understand that.
It's just that's one thing people often forget. So I like to remind them, because they would know, their characters would know that that was a risk. But you can absolutely do that on your turn, yeah. Okay, grounded.
Okay. So obviously, Grounded's kind of irritated because she does not like... she gets very nervous when she thinks people might be laughing at her. So she's going to shout into the mist again and say, Look, you saw what happened there. We mean business. Just go away.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how dare they? How dare they? You've spent your entire life respecting birds, and now these birds are disrespecting you. Exactly. Roll me a persuasion check, again with disadvantage. Because that did kind of sound like going up to the school balloon going, stop hitting me, please. So...
Yeah, that is basically Grant's approach to diplomacy.
But you never know, it might work. It's worth a try, because if they do suddenly stop, well, you can let the boat keep going.
Okay, this time I lost a 17, but that is a... Was this persuasion again?
Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, that's just 9 then.
Oh, I'm afraid not. You hear again that chattering laughter.
Out comes the
How dare
crossbow. This time it's just going to be a normal bolt.
Okay. We've lost a Brie.
I'm still here.
Oh! Your
you
camera
paused
paused for a second, and we lost your audio, so we thought we'd lost you entirely. Sorry, normal bolt. You were saying, I think?
Okay, yep, and I'll take the steady aim action.
Ooh, okay, yes. So, you're not moving. Using your bonus action to steady your aim, you will have advantage on your next shot. You can't actually see these ones again, so it is going to sort of nullify to standard. But I will say, because they can't see you, I'll give you sneak attack.
Okay. That's a 21 to hit them.
Ooh, yeah, that hits. So roll damage with your sneak attack. So you're just sensing it. You're honing in based on their mockery of you, which is probably, unfortunately, a skill you developed in Walk. As some of the more aloof Aarakocra kids just sort of taking the mickey out of you. It was very mean of them. Very mean of them. It's bringing back some bad memories right now, and you're getting angry. You're going to start multi-classing into barbarian at this rate.
Okay, that's 18.
18 points of damage. Okay, very nice. Yeah, that's a really, really good hit. You can't move, of course, and you can't use your bonus action because you've just used it. So we go over to the Harpies. They're all acting in concert because they all had dog shit initiative rolls. So they are all going to take to the sky and fly towards you. They are going to go 80 feet, so they are right up to the front of the bow. They are dashing to do that. They have 40 feet movement speed on their wings. Yeah, so they're going as fast as they can, and they start singing again. Those of you who have not passed, I will need a repeat of the saving throw.
Only those
Hannah
who
and
passed.
Grounded, you don't need to worry. You've passed
Not
before.
passed.
Oh, yeah, I'll re-roll that for you. Just double checking. Would that put them 20 feet from the front of the boat?
Oh, yes. So they're going to be much closer, probably in range of most of your spells now. And visible.
If I could hit them.
Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah, I'm going to need wisdom saving throws, please, from Leros and Rosette.
6.
I'm sorry, what?
6 and 8. if I
6
heard
and
correctly.
8. Do you know that the DC is 11? It is.
Yes.
Yep. I mean, that's what
Okay.
happens when the French stop grain.
There was a reason why I said if I can hit them.
So, all that's going through your heads right now is a familiar party boat, party boat, party boat. And now you can see the beautiful singers. They look like angels to you. And, well, Rosette, not to you. They don't look like angels. Even better, they are merely mortals. The best bards that you've ever heard. It reminds me, or reminds you of the time that you got to hear some of the greatest bards in the land play a song that has really stuck with you. All this time.
It was wonderful.
It was, yeah, and you start humming it. It's beautiful. It really is. It's just amazing. It's just such a perfect piece of music, and you're so excited. You just need to go over there and join them. You can already find yourself reaching for the bagpipes, and yeah, so that's great. It's RP time.
I'm reaching for the bagpipes. Too bad I left them behind at the road.
Ah, damn. Have you got any instruments on you? Make do
Well,
with.
considering I've now gone to performing with sword, lance count.
Yeah. You can. You are a spoken word bard as well, if I recall. So you can Shatner your way through Wonderwall if you must. So today
It's
is
just
going to
getting
be
worse and worse.
it's just getting It couldn't get any worse, really. Okay, so that's all of the harpies goes done though. They've all flown up and started singing. It's quite intimidating actually now that you see all of them. All 5 that are up in front of the boat. And Ruzad, it is now you. And Hannah, you'll be straight after Ruzad. Ruzad, you've got to go just straight towards them.
Well, as I'm already at the front of the boat.
Yes, about that. You have to go towards them.
Yeah, I wasn't stopping. Like,
Okay.
I've already jumped over.
All right, you're stepping up, and some inner part at the back of your head goes, "This is not right." Roll me a wisdom saving throw, please. This is part of the stat block. If you are about to hurt yourself, you get one more saving throw. 15! Just as you're stepping up, you're like, hang on, something isn't right, and suddenly it drops, and you see them for what they are. This isn't a Wonderwall at all. Also, my camera's decided to change colour, so now the back of me is fuzzing. Great. Love this camera. Okay.
So,
you
so,
do
that's
get
my
your
turn,
go.
or-
No, you get your go. It's not an action to do that.
in which case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sing Wonderwall at them.
Psych. Okay, vicious mockery it is.
I was going with Dissonant Whisper.
Oh, that works. Dissonant whispers, yeah. You're just getting right up close. And
Can
like,
only
today
up as
is
a
gonna be
second
the day.
at second level. But it's,
So
but
maybe
just pick one of them.
you're gonna be the one that saves me.
So they need to do a saving throw.
Okay, they need to do saving throw. Wisdom, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. 16.
That passes.
Oh, they still take half
So-
damage, though, right? For distant whispers.
I'm just reading through again because it's been a while since I had to look at it.
I'm pretty sure they do. They just don't have to move away.
So, on a successful day, it takes half as much. Okay, yeah. So it is round down. There's 8.
8 points. Lovely. So one of them, not the one with an arrow sticking out of its chest, recoils a little bit and just almost like falls out of the sky for a second, but flaps back up again and looks straight at you, and will be coming for you next, I think. So you've got your bonus action still, and of course you do have your movement, as you've got your movement back. And then once you're done, we'll go to Hannah.
In which case, I will use my movement to step back from the edge there.
That's fair. Yep. Just so you know, you're immune as well for the next 24 hours to harpies. Okay, over to you, Hannah.
Sounding much more like I need to be closer to the front of the ship than I currently am. Not because I want to jump off the ocean myself, it's more the fact I want to be able to shoot things with my bow or hit things with my rapier.
Not least shoot the half-orc that's about to sing Wonderwall.
We'll see if that comes up.
They must be stopped.
I was going to say, because it's dissonant whispers, you could argue that Hannah can't actually hear it.
That's true. That is true. That's a very good point.
I mean, it's Wonderwall, the vibes in the air.
Facial expressions.
Following the word off, Hannah literally wouldn't be able to hear it.
So I'm going to.
One creature can hear.
I'm assuming I'm too far away to actually be able to see things, so I'm going to push my way forward to around the same distance Rosad is. I think that works out, given that they've walked back and I'm going to walk forward probably close to each other at this point.
Yeah, you're about 15 feet off because Rosad's speed is halved.
If I'm only moving, then I can like get into position.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not doing any actions or anything, you can dash to W speed, which will get you to the front of the ship if you want. So you can stop shy of that though next to Rosad if you wish.
I'm going to stop shy next to Rosad and I think probably draw my rapier and shield at this point. Just go oof, by bow, sword and shield. I imagine you've annoyed things that are going to come in to attack.
Okay, yep. You are 15 feet away from what I'm hesitantly calling the prow of the ship, but I don't know if that applies to big boats or not. You're in good position, ready. Not anything ready, though, of course, because that takes your action. Okay, with Hannah done, we go to Leros. Granted, you'll be straight up after that.
Okay, I can't see the harpies, right? I'm further back.
They are only 20 feet
So
from
I'm with Hannah and...
no, you probably can't. You are charmed, though,
okay.
So you will have to move straight towards them. As fast as you can.
Is that what they want now? No longer bringing the boat? Because I would have gone and seen if I can fix the wheel, because obviously that's why we stopped.
That does make sense. I'll accept that, yeah.
See if I can fix the wheel.
Okay, sure. But that still involves going straight towards them. Yeah. Because the wheel's up near the...
This is a very weird boat.
I put the wheel at the front for some reason, yeah.
Behind, yeah.
That's Merrifryth for you. He's got no idea what ships are meant to look like, and he's found the weirdest ship. Yeah. Strange, but I've said it now, so... Yeah.
Very well. I'll go towards that.
That's probably half of the problem with the ship, now I think about it.
Yeah. It was very cheap.
It was extremely cheap. Okay. I don't know.
In fairness, this does help the helmsman actually navigate.
It does,
better,
yeah. Because you can
actually see where they're going.
So much better, yeah. So you get up to the front, and yeah, there's some real damage here. There's a proper crack through. Obviously, you haven't got a replacement wheel, but you might be able to get some replacement wood and sort this out. You've got, you're proficient with smith's tools. You can probably maybe band some iron around it and bolt it tight to hold it in place. Just get some bands around, like you're doing a banded iron chest, that sort of thing. So you reckon you can probably do something like that? If you'd like to give it a go, you can make a smith's tools check if you would like. Strength with smith's tools proficiency. If you have any materials at hand that would work.
I have... What do I have? I don't want to spend my crowbar on this. I have... I spent all my pythons on my water barrel, so I don't want to dismantle that.
I imagine there's like gaffs and spare wood around on a boat just by dint of it being a boat at sea.
Yeah.
I'll grab a couple of hooks and use those.
Okay, that sounds great, yeah. There's going to be some near enough around that it's not going to spend all your movement to do that. So yeah, you're able to do that. Roll me Smith's Tools with Strength, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, that is a total of 25, because that was a natural 20.
That, if anything, the wheel is now looking stronger than it was before you got on the boat. You think the wheel is perfect now. If the boat can't move now, it's not the wheel's fault. Certainly.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
really nice, yeah. Okay, over to Grounded.
So, thus far, my natural 20s this session have been seeing if the boat stopped and fixing the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think the most dangerous thing in the ship might not be the harpies.
to be fair, the harpies aren't technically on the ship yet. Speaking of which, are any of the harpies in range yet?
They are 20 feet from the front of the ship.
But none are actually over the ship yet.
None of them are over the ship yet, but they will be approaching soon. You can always ready an action if you want to wait for them to be closer.
So I
Or
thought,
you can move closer.
okay, what I'm going to set up here is what I'd like to call the reverse grounded.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to dash up. I'm going to dash up the mast using my slippers. And I'm going to
Okay.
ready in action. The first harpy that comes within, gets close enough, I'm going to make a jumping leap at them and try and tackle them onto the deck.
Okay, so you're using your bonus action to dash because you're a rogue. Up the mast because you have the slippers of spider climbing on. And then you are going to ready an action for when one gets close to leap, grab it, and drag it down to the ground. Fuck yes.
I'm more like pile drive it into the ground.
I'll drive it into the... Even better.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not happy here. My shoulder's getting involved.
I was going
I
to suggest
I love it.
But pile drive will do.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love it. I just need to double check something. Do you get a benefit from your girdle for this? I can't remember what checks it gave you a benefit to.
At the moment, I think it's just attacks of opportunity are made at disadvantage, isn't it?
Let's see. Oh yes, at the moment. Later on, it gets benefits to jumps and that sort of thing. Okay, that's fine then. Okay, well that's fantastic, and we're about to see if that goes off. To be honest, because it's the harpies next. But yeah, you're up the mast. How high up the mast are you going for this?
How high can I get?
You could probably get about 50 feet up the mast.
Yeah, that'll do.
With a dash. Yeah, okay. All right, incoming harpies. I'm gonna move them all in at the same time because they're all running at the same time. So they all cross the threshold of on the boat at the same time. Now you can see from up there, one of them has an arrow in them, but you can't tell which one has received psychic damage from Ruzad. Who would you like to leap at?
Which is nearest?
They're all, because they've all moved at the same time, they're all pretty much the same distance.
Okay, I'll go for the one I've already shot because they already have an arrow jabbed in them, so it's an extra grip.
Do you have inspiration?
No, not at the moment.
Wrong, you do. Okay. So... all right, this is going to be contested athletics versus their acrobatics, because they're going to try and wheel out the way with their wings as they see you leaping towards them. All right. So yeah, roll your athletics, which I know is ridiculous, and I'll roll acrobatics for a harpy.
I'm afraid I flubbed it, so it's only a 13.
Only a 13. I mean, you did just get inspiration if you do want to re-roll it.
Yeah, I'll reroll.
Given you've got like +8 to athletics, that's...
Yeah. It's me, so I'll forget to use it otherwise.
Yeah, true.
Okay, that's a bit better. That's 27.
That does beat the 18 I rolled for acrobatics. Okay, you launch into the air, and I'm going to say through the mist, and there's a little bit of rain coming down as well, which is it's like light drizzle just starting to hit, and you're diving through the air. towards the harpies that are coming in. One of them sees you and tries to wheel out the way, and you grab her around the torso to stop her, and have enough time to maneuver yourself to basically put her underneath you, get your elbow ready, and drop her straight to the deck. So she is going to take, and I'm going to get you to roll all of this because this is an attack, regardless of the fact that half of this is bludgeoning, falling damage. She's going to take 3d6 falling damage. She is also going to take what would ordinarily be 1 plus your strength modifier, but I'm going to say in this case 1d8 plus your strength modifier for pile driving. And you're also going to take 1d6 falling damage. It's lessened because you're landing on her, but yeah.
Yeah, cushion per harpy.
Yeah. Ooh.
I rolled an 8 on the d8.
That's a good sign. And
God.
that is plus your strength modifier.
Yeah.
By God. As God is my witness, that harpy is broken in half.
She's been broken in half. Yes.
Okay, that's 10 plus... Okay, sorry. 10, 16, 20, 23.
Were you going for the one with the arrow in the chest, yeah?
Yeah.
So, at the back of the boat, there's a short, elderly man. He's the ship's purser, and he's sat at a table, and he's counting up coins. And he looks up and he sees this, and he goes, "Watch out! Watch out! Watch out! By God! As God! Oh my God! She's killed her!" And you have. That is an extremely dead harpy. As God is my witness.
It's not going through the table.
Yeah, straight through. Yeah, actually, yeah, right at the front. Actually, it's weird that he's not noticed the song. Maybe he's just completely deaf. He's just been sat there counting coins. Looks up. Someone shouts, "Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!" He looks up and he's like, "Oh my God!" As you go through the purser's table. With it,
the ship's bell just rings 3 times.
Yeah, ding, ding, ding. You've killed her.
He was just hyper-focused.
Yeah. Sorry, I said it was an older gentleman. I didn't mention he's an older tabaxi gentleman, hence the accent. By God! As God is my witness, she is broken in half. And how much...
And I look at...
How much bludgeoning damage do you take as well?
I took 5.
Not bad, though. I mean, you dealt a lot for that. So what...
Oh, yeah. And
Yeah, sorry.
Right,
Go for it. I was about to ask what you were doing.
okay, as I land, I look up and just...
I'm assuming at the other harpies and not at the announcer whose table you've just smashed through. Like you're just threatening this one random man.
Straight through the tabaxi announcer's table.
Yeah,
Okay.
Always happens.
Roll me intimidation, please, with advantage.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and then the harpies actually will get a go, won't they? I'm sure they will.
I guess.
What's left of them?
That's a 12 on intimidation.
That's a 12. Okay, one of them is going to keep away from you. Rest of the ship is game though, and the 4 harpies that are remaining do swoop in. 2 of them go for you, Grounded, because they've seen you just kill someone. But the other 2 are gonna... I think that one's going to go for Ruzad and one is going to go for Hannah at the moment. But that may change soon. Because they don't know where the damage source from Laeros came from necessarily, because that was an Eldritch Blast. There's no evidence. But Ruzad is standing right up at the front holding a big lance, and that looks scary, and Hannah is holding a bow. So...
Rapier and shield now, but yeah.
Oh, rapier and shield. Still, weapons. Yeah. Whereas that's just a big cat. Probably not. Actually, they probably want to keep away from the big cat. They're birds, basically. They know what happens. But you never know. That all might change very soon. But 2 of them are definitely going for Grounded because they've just seen what happened. So they are... The first one's going to swipe at you with the claws and also with a club. The club goes completely wild. The claws, that's an 18 to hit. Which I'm assuming hits. And...
Yeah, only 15, so yep, that hits.
Ah, it's unfortunate. Okay, so that is going to be... Wow, okay. 9 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
I managed to do max damage with that one. And the second harpy's coming in.
Be in trouble here.
So the first one, this time the claws miss. But the club is coming in. That's a 17 to hit. So that is going to hit. And that does less damage than the claws, though. And that does 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, and because I only have a D8, I'm actually in serious trouble here now.
Yike. How are you below half at the moment?
I'm down to 5.
Okay, I'm assuming that's below half.
Ground is going to die. Okay. That's 2 of the harpies done. Okay, the harpy that's going after Ruzad, it's again claws and club time. And
Was that within 5 foot? Well, Ruzad's next to me, isn't it?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Cool. Hello. And is the harpy within 5 foot of me, technically, as well, thanks to positioning weirdness?
Yeah.
Hello, I have the sentinel feet. Poke.
Okay, roll that now. Roll that now, because I'm interested in what happens.
So I will hit AC 19.
Yes, absolutely.
For 8 piercing.
8 piercing damage. Okay, yep.
That's my reaction for the round
reaction.
then as it goes. Oh look, boop.
Okay. And it comes into attack still, though. Despite that, the first attack is the claws, which is a natural 20. The second attack is the club, which is a 16 plus 3 is a 19. So both of those hit. So first of all, the claws deal. Roll it again. 11 points of slashing damage, which is not bad for a crit. And the club deals 3 points of bludgeoning damage. So 14 points in total, unless you've got any resistances. To Ruzad.
Yeah, no resistances there.
Nah, it's a shame. But on the plus side, as crits go, that wasn't too bad. I rolled quite low on it all told on their crit.
Not bloodied, so.
Well, then you're fine. You'll be able to take him out, I'm sure. And the last harpy is going after Hannah. Swoops in, first off the claws, and then the club. The claws is a 17 and the club is a 20, non-natural.
So the 17 misses.
17 misses, but the 20 presumably hits. So the club is weaker than the claws, though. And that is 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's all they can manage.
Yep.
And that's all of the harpies done. And we go back to the top with Ruzad. How dare they strike Ruzad?
They're all within. They're both within 5 feet of me, aren't they?
They are, yes.
In which case, it is better to.
Are you going to stick your feet in front and then Thunderwave? Oh, okay.
I can take a hit. So if you need to do anything area effect.
Oh no, I can't. I can't currently do that because I currently have a 2-handed weapon.
Oh, that's true.
So
yes.
Anything that's somatic, I can't do at the moment. So anyway, can I please get a wisdom save on
Wisdom save?
the one in front of me?
Sure. That is a 9.
18 damage, thank you.
Jesus. 18 damage. Okay. It's, bloodied, but still up, but not looking great at all by any stretch of imagination.
Must use its reaction to move as far away from me as it can.
And it does that straight off towards the edge of the boat. Now, you've not used your reaction. My understanding. Well, it's your turn's only just started, so you've definitely not used your reaction. So you can strike at it with a weapon if you want. You've got opportunity attack.
Oh, I'm going to wait until it's at reach range, and then I will do so.
I mean, its movement is going to be 40 feet, so you can absolutely do that.
So I'll just roll that straight up. So that would just be... roll any of my other weapons. That will do. 24.
Oh no, that's 2 hit. For a second, I thought that was damage. I was like, Jesus, what weapon have I given you?
No, it only does.
That hits.
It only does 1.
That hits. Yeah, roll some damage as you go for it with the lance. Normally something you'd be on a horse for, but there we go, a crystalline lance.
Only does a 6.
Only does a 6. Oh no. It's barely holding on, this one, as you jab it as it moves away. So it's now 40 feet away from you. And not feeling too good about anything. Okay, we go to Hannah, and Leros, you'll be up straight afterwards.
So, am I of the understanding that at least half the party's below half hit points now, thanks to some very rules?
Leros is fine.
Also, as me and Hannah are right next to each other, if Hannah also wanted to take a swing at that.
I've already used my reaction.
Oh, no, you
Yeah.
Yeah, to hit the one that was hitting you, yeah.
Yep, good
Yeah.
at that.
But I'm assuming that Ground is below half hit points. I have a feeling Razad is below half hit points, so... No. It's... Then...
I may be a bard, but I'm a tanky bard.
Fair enough. Let's use this anyway because it's a good time to do it. If it's bonus actions, I channel divinity, and I'm using my turn and tide because that's the joyous thing about being over the crown. I get a burst heal. So anyone who hears it of my choice will regain. Let's see how much it's going to be. Get yourself 7 hit points back if you blow half hit points.
Nice.
Should keep you alive, and I'm doing that on everyone who isn't a harpy on this ship.
What does that sound like? Oh yeah, the announcer at the announcer's table is feeling way better now.
He still misses his table, no doubt.
It is very...
Does it mean that the guy that's drowning on the other side of the ship is suddenly feeling better too?
No, he's dead.
Oh.
He went off the front. Oh, actually, the ship's not been moving, so it's probably not a problem. He's probably... No, he's
Yeah.
still there. No, he's not lost any
He
health
might be-
in the
he might
water.
want to go back now,
He's just
but that's-
swimming. Yeah, he's probably come back now the harpies are here, yeah. Yeah, now I think about it. Yeah, he's back. He's just in the water going, hello? Hello?
I'm at the party.
So what it looks like to answer that one, raise shield up, and because it's crawling lovers is my god, there's an immense chiaroscuro effect as everything goes half light, half dark around me, and just a burst of energy surrounds me. My hair goes platinum white, skin goes grey, everything else just black and white for a brief second, and suddenly everyone feels revitalized.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Very brief seconds.
I love that the paladin has like
on the
black
wheel
and
now.
white light coming off of her, and meanwhile the warlock has golden energy.
That's just my bonus action, though. My actual action,
Okay.
I guess, is dealing with the thing that's trying to hit me, or probably better to deal with the thing that's hitting grounded. How far is that away?
Yeah, you're about 10 feet away, I think.
Problem is that if I cast a spell, we're going to provoke, aren't I? So
Nope, you don't provoke an opportunity out with a spell unless it's touch and you need to move over there. It's only movement that provokes opportunity.
This is 30 foot. So let us burn another spell slot for something that's not smiting, and let us compel a duel on the one that's attacking grounded.
Okay, yes, very nice. Compelled duel. If I
Aren't there
recall,
2 there? Weren't there 2 ungrounded?
there are 2 on
Yeah,
grounded.
so I'm going to take one away. Like, you.
Okay, that's going to be
Come
a
here.
wisdom saving throw then.
Yep. DC 14. Yes, because it's level 1.
That was a 12, so it's failed.
For the duration, it has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that's more than 30 foot away from me.
Okay, excellent. Oh, I think we just lost a grounded.
No, you're meant to take the harpy, not Bree.
Bree has been compelled to duel you.
Now, the spell does end if
will do.
The spell will end if I attack any other creature. I assume that includes reactions. So I'm just going to take my step away from Rasad and kind of get things between me and it. So it's like I'm trying to tank everything again.
Okay, well, by doing that, you'll actually be giving Rosette flanking on it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds great. I'll make a note that this harpy is currently
Compelled.
compelled. Okay. Sounds great. All right. With that done, we go to Leoros, and then grounded. You're up straight after that.
Okay. From what I can see, the party has come to the boat.
Yes.
Excellent. I'm gonna go and grab myself a dance partner.
Party
I'm gonna
boat
go
is
for
in
one
the
of those
house.
over. I'm gonna go grab one of those. One of the ones that are on grounded. I'm going to grab them and I'm going to watch wave them.
Okay.
So that's, I'm gonna assume, a grapple.
Ideally, it's the one I haven't cast Compel You on because it will drop the effect if someone else attacks it, but yeah.
By the very
not an
strict
attack, I'm just using
definition
them
of
for
how
dance.
these charms work, I'm going to let you roll a persuasion check to let me, the DM, let you do this, because while charmed by a harpy, you're actually incapacitated. So go for it, though. Roll me a persuasion check. If you're that charismatic, I'll let you do it.
18.
Yeah, get in there.
Okay, so I assume that's a grapple.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I doubt that she had the dance in mind.
Yep. We'll go for a grapple. It'll be contested. It's awful.
Oh, that's a 5.
Oh, okay. She got a 9. I thought that was awful considering, harpies. They're pretty dexterous. But, yeah, I'm afraid it doesn't work. She's a little annoyed by this, though, and might now start attacking you, which might break you out of the spell. So, that'd be nice. Yeah, okay. Over to grounded.
Okay, I'm not messing about here.
You are prone, by
I'm
the way, just for the benefit of
Am I?
movement speed. Yeah, you did just pile drive.
Oh yeah.
Through a table. From the top of
Okay.
the steel cage. Sorry, mast.
How far away are the harpies from me?
They're not.
This
0
Okay,
feet.
so the one. Okay.
One does look like it's angry at me, though.
It has turned
So the
round.
one
The other
that.
one is now angry at Eos instead. At Leonin, sorry.
Okay. So the one Leah. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do something sensible.
Oh, there's a first.
Since the harpies are out of the way, I'm going to use my. I'm going to use half my movement speed to stand up again.
Mm-hmm.
Use my turn action to quickly patch myself up, which for some reason I can actually do because I've got the healer feat.
Of course. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
So that's. Double check what the healing on that is.
That reminds me of that combat healing we did in 2nd edition Pathfinder. Just
Oh, yeah.
everyone healing each other.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, that's 1d6 plus 4 plus my hit dice, which I assume is 5 because that's equivalent to level.
Well, your hit dice is a d8 if.
All right.
Is it D8 or D? No.
It says
it'd be a
maximum
D6.
number of hit dice.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
then
that's fine.
yeah. It'd be 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's going to be 1d6 plus 9. So that is 13 hit points to me.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm back up to 25. And because I now have that shiny new repeating crossbow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use my bonus action to shoot the harpy that Leo Ross pulled away in the back.
I'll try to.
Tried to. It is still
Tried to.
there, I should add, and
Oh.
it is within 5 feet of you, so you will be doing it.
Okay.
Actually, is hand crossbow a disadvantage within 5 feet, or is it just normal bows? Let me just have a quick
No.
check, because it is
I
light.
think it's any
range
ranged
strength.
weapon that doesn't have the
Yeah,
right.
that's what I was thinking. I just thought I'd double check. Yeah, I'm afraid. Yeah, it will be a disadvantage because you've got someone within 5 feet of you who's an enemy, but you can still give it a good go, and you might well still hit.
Okay. Actually, you know what? Can I use the rest of my movement just to step away?
Yes, you would normally take an attack of opportunity. I'm going to say Leros has probably successfully distracted that one, and Hannah has successfully distracted the other one. So I'm going to say you're fine. Yeah.
In that case, I'll be shooting without disadvantage.
Yeah.
Do I count as an ally?
Yes, you do still count as an ally. You're charmed,
Okay.
but you do. You've not changed sides. You wouldn't attack any of them from this charm.
Okay.
Okay. Does this mean I get sneak attack?
Yes.
Yes, it does.
That's why I asked.
Yep, ally within 5 feet. That triggers sneak attack.
Hey, that's a 17 to hit.
That hits. Roll all of the d6s
Yes.
for your damage. That was a hell of a sound. Jesus. Did you drop those on the microphone?
Not quite, just next to it. I'm using a Grey's box as a dice tray.
Ah, got you.
Okay, that's... Ooh. Okay, that's 6, 12, 17, 20, and plus my dexterity bonus, that's 23.
Fucking rogues, honestly. That's a bloodied harpy. That one hadn't taken any damage yet, but is now bloodied. Okay, great. That's presumably your whole go? And we go over
Yeah.
to the harpies.
that's everything.
Okay, so the one that you've just shot in the back is going to take a swipe at Leros, I think, because still kind of within 5 feet and is still a bit annoyed at that. So the claws are coming out, the club's there as well, both are coming in. Natural 1 on the claws, but a natural 19 on the club. So the club's definitely going to hit. Dealing...
I'm gonna shield that because I don't like that idea.
You can do that, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna shield that.
Yes.
Wait, what's the modifier actually?
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Like, what's the actual
Oh.
hit?
The actual to hit would be 22.
In that case, I will not because it will not save me.
Okay, you take a full, and this is devastating, 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And you get to redo your wisdom save. So in a way, it was probably better that you didn't put up a shield. Which is why I was totally going to let you do it.
That's gonna be a 20. I mean, what's that, 20? No, 13.
13's enough, yeah. You suddenly... The fog in your head drops. The fog around you
This
is
is
still
not a
there.
party at all.
No, it's not. It's not a party at all. These look like... These could be harpies. You've heard about harpies.
Yeah, the crowd has just mentioned them like a while back while we were doing the party boat.
There are no
Yeah, but you just heard
maniacs around
party.
here.
You just heard party constantly. They were saying harpies, and you just heard party in your head all the time. You're like, yeah,
I mean,
yeah, it
there
is.
was a small distinct time when there was that my mind was clear.
That's true. That's true. Good point. Yeah. But yeah. So you are cleared of the notion that this is a party boat, and you're now immune for the next 24 hours. That's that one's go. The other harpy is in a compelled duel with Hannah, so it's going to go straight towards you. Leros, actually, that probably goes within your reach range, because your reach range is ridiculous. It's 15 feet. And
Yes.
disappears through that because you've got the long glaive. So if you would like, you can take an attack of opportunity. Or make one. You probably don't want to take one.
That is a 18 to hit.
Ooh, that hits. Yeah, roll that damage with the long glaive.
For 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay, so that's this one with the compelled duel on. All right. It's
That'll drop the duel now it's been hit by someone else, but
it's all right.
It's over
It
here
doesn't
now.
look like it's going to survive for very long.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's heading straight for Hannah, and it is going to strike. So claws first, and then the club. The claws is a natural 20. The club is 12 to hit, so that won't hit.
yeah.
So.
Crit me, Nick.
Of all the creatures to crit, this is the easiest one to have because it's just fucking D4s. I just now need to roll a lot of them. Okay, so that's 11 points of slashing damage. That's the same as last time I crit. Yeah, 11 points of slashing damage from the claws. The club just bonk against the shield. Nothing. Just bounces straight off. So
That hurt.
that one's not doing a compelled duel anymore. Okay. That one is nearly dead and has acted, I think. And then we've got these two who are in front of Hannah and Rosad. One of them is 40 feet away, though. And that one's gonna just turn around and come back. It's back. It will have entered 5 feet if you want to do an attack of opportunity at Hannah.
I kind of do. Yes, I do.
Go for it.
I would like to do attack opportunity to double check something. Yep. Okay, cool. So, just regular, no advantage or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Just me, regular old attack. AC 17.
That hits, yep. Roll damage.
Surprise! This is smite.
Okay, fun fact, this one was already known to be nearly dead.
Oh, is it how nearly dead? Like 8 hit points nearly dead, or 16 hit points nearly dead?
8 hit points nearly dead.
Okay, let's not smite it then. Actually, no. Let's smite it with a level 1 spell rather than a level 2 spell.
Yes.
Still have a safety net in there.
It needs judgment.
It does need judgment. It gets judged for 15 points of damage.
Oh, yeah. It gets
Stabbed.
Yep. Stab, holy light glowing from it. And it turns to ash on the wind and
There's
just
a
floats
faint
off.
smell of roast chicken in the air.
Mmm, delicious. Yeah, that one's gone. And the last one, which is still within attack range, between the two of you, is going to whack at one of you with a club and then turn around with the claws on the other. I think the claws are going to go against Hannah, and the club is going to go against Ruzad. So, club first for Ruzad. That's a miss. That's a 10. And the claws, that is a 16. Does that hit?
No.
No! Misses on both. Claws can't get through the armor, and club just completely misses. I think it's because it's
Joy's
trying to do
wearing
a
a
weird
breastplate.
maneuver of sort of turning 180
If you
degrees.
remember, I'm wearing medium armor, so it would probably also just bounce off.
Well,
And I'm
probably,
wearing
actually.
the heaviest of light armors.
Did you get the strip
Not
of a half plate, or what did you
Yeah,
get?
I've got the stripper's half plate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cast off armor, yeah. Well, Ruzad, it's over to you. I mean, if you want to take off your armor right now, you can. As a bonus action.
It's a bonus action. Okay, so they're still within 5 feet.
Oh,
correct?
yes. And you will have flanking.
Which would remove the disadvantage.
It would. Why would you have disadvantage?
Because I'm attacking with the lance within 5 feet.
Haha, of course. I forgot you had a lance. It's because your weapon changes every combat. Who gave you this? What idiot wrote this weapon?
I don't know.
I love
I
it.
should thank them. I'm actually just going to take a lance shot at the harpy.
Go for it. Yeah, yeah.
That is a 22.
Yep, that hits. That hits. Roll me some damage. Come on, Pen. There we go.
It's almost like you shouldn't give me weapons that I'm proficient
I
with.
shouldn't give you weapons.
In fairness, the entire crystal sword is like the entire.
But
Yeah.
I'm also going to do my slashing flourish.
The day you roll a natural 20 for initiative, though, is the day that combat ends quick. Because it becomes a Vorpal
Oh,
Blade.
especially if I take that special feature and then I roll more natural 20s.
Yes, lopping people's heads off.
Okay, so my bardic die is D8 currently.
A beautiful artistic flourish with the blade. Well, I said the blade, the lance. You're like... yeah. This huge
That
line.
is 2 extra damage.
2 extra damage. So what was that in total for the damage?
11.
11. Okay, lovely. All right.
Just make sure I burn one of my die.
You do still have your bonus action if you'd like to use it.
Nah.
Fuck inspiring these people, honestly. Okay, over to Hannah.
Fucking firing these people. Yes, with
You used all your bardic inspiration. die.
no, I've still got them. But flourishes.
That's true. Flourishes are important, yeah.
I realised last turn that you can't use bonus actions as main actions, but it's not really changed much in the long scheme of things. I didn't take more than those actions last turn anyway. But I am just going to go over to the remaining harpy and boop it in the head.
Okay, yeah. You will have advantage because you have flanking.
Wheat. And well,
Although actually there are 2 harpies around you now because the other one came over.
do I get advantage then, or?
Oh no, that one's dead. Never mind. Ignore me. Yeah, you get advantage.
That's what I think. There was only one left. It's not very good to hit roll anyway. It's only 11.
That's enough.
That's enough.
They're not really wearing armor.
They aren't really wearing armor, so it's a case of not even Dex. Jeez, just Dex, I guess.
Yeah.
Then this is undamaged, though, isn't it?
It's taken some damage.
That's not.
It's not bloodied, but it has taken some damage.
Then we shall smite. The biggest spell slots.
Yay! Smite.
Smite. Just use all the paladin tricks. I haven't got enough d8s.
Smite. Oh, you're right.
Smite.
To party. Wait.
That's an 8 and 6.
Wait, we're trying to stop the party.
They're the harpies.
If my maths is right, they're 27.
27. That's
Second
another
level
dead
spell slot,
harpy.
2d8.
That's another dead harpy. With the beautiful might of the Lord and lady, you destroy that harpy again. Send it to either prison or freedom, depending on whether chaos or order has jumped in. I'm presuming order is going to jump in for you. So off to carcerai or the equivalent, yeah, they're not coming back. So there is still 1 harpy left, and it is on grounded. My notes actually say there's 2 left, but I'm not 100% sure where the other one is. Oh, is that one on you? Because I've got 2 left on my notes. And they're the
Okay, we've got
We
the,
killed 3 so far. 4.
the
No,
one that got snapped in half.
Yeah.
there's the one that got shot off the prow right at the beginning. There's 2 that I've obliterated.
Yeah, and there were 6 in
So-
total, so there are definitely 2 left.
I remember hearing 5. I can't remember at 6. But whatever.
There were 5 at the end, and there was 1 higher up in the initiative who got obliterated first.
Oh, there were a total of. There was 2 on Ross
There was a
and
total of 6.
Hannah
One got
initially.
beforehand. One's been snapped in half. 2 have been.
Who's been burnt?
Yeah,
That's
no,
one
no, hang on. Yeah, no, that.
I
There is
think
only
there's
one
only
left.
my dance partner left.
Yeah.
There's only the one that I was asking for a dance, and now I'm gonna say, I guess that's gonna be a different kind of dance then, Gonna curse her, and then I'm going to attack her.
Okay. That sounds really, really good. When you curse, does that... No, that's a hex. I'm thinking of the hex. Because curse...
You're thinking of the hex now.
Hex... Yeah. I always mix the 2 up. They're the same. They're the same word, goddammit. Okay, what's the 2 hit?
Well, 9.
That's not going to do it, I'm afraid. You still just
I was
got a
really
bit of
hoping.
the dance still in
At
it.
least I got the curse in, so once she dies, I get the 3 hit points back I lost.
Yeah, absolutely. Just leaving this undamaged. So, but unfortunately, yeah, the long glaive. You're not 100% used to it yet. You've only just gotten it. It doesn't exactly work like the old one does. You're pretty good with it, of course. You've still got your proficiency and all that, but just occasionally it goes and you're not quite ready.
It seems to shift in length as well on occasion, and
It does. It just like goes. And of course, you've got that voice in your head constantly as well. Like, it's happy. It's very happy with what you're doing right now. Not to the extent that you'll get any bonuses. These are not fiends, but it is still pretty happy because, you know, something's dying, and it loves that. It loves that. These are evil aligned creatures. It loves when evil aligned creatures are killed. So it's hard sometimes to hit a creature that's moving around all the time when you've got the equivalent of the doom music playing in your head. It's just a bit of a pain. So that's probably what's happened this time.
at least when initially getting used to the new adjustments of the weapon, because this time instead of hitting it with the blade, I just bonked it on the head a little bit.
Yeah, just boop, and it was like
with the shaft.
What? It's looking straight at you again. Okay, over to grounded.
Okay, how far away is it from me now?
It's probably about 10 feet.
Okay, so not in melee range yet.
No, because this is the one that
It's still focused on me.
that focused on Leros. So you stepped
I
back,
want to
so that's why
focus on
you're about 10 feet away.
Okay. In that case, I'm just going to shoot it in the back with my... Do I want to steady aim?
Remember that you do get the second attack with an extra action if you want.
Yeah.
If bonus action.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to. Yeah, I'm just going to shoot it in the back with my crossbow twice.
I looked it up, by the way. Hand crossbows you can fire as a bonus action anyway. If you just like.
Oh wait, what?
They've got the light keyword.
Yeah,
You've always been able to do that. I've not given you anything special. It's just that you can't fire them twice normally because I've given it the. Because it's a repeater, you can fire it twice. So yeah, you could fire twice if you want, or you can steady and fire once with advantage. But yeah, a hand crossbow has the light keyword, so it means it can be used as part of 2-weapon fighting.
Okay.
Very good voice. Just go. Oof, oof.
Okay, so do I get sneak attack damage on one of them?
Yeah, on one of them you would, yeah, because Leros is within 5 feet. Well, Leros is within reach. It's not necessarily within 5 feet because his reach is 15, but it still counts. It still counts, in my opinion.
Do I want the high?
In
crit
fairness,
chance,
I'm
or do I
also in the Harpy's reach. So.
So you are definitely within 5 feet. Yeah.
Just trying to think. Do I want the better crit chance, or do I want the extra guaranteed extra d6? Well, actually, it's not a guaranteed extra d6, is it? I'm just going to take the.
No.
I'll just do a steady aim.
Okay, steady aim giving you advantage. Here we go.
Good thing I had advantage because I rolled a 3 there, but my better roll was an 11 plus 5.
That's
is
already
a
enough to
16
hit, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, straight in the back. Ooh. Normal bolt, I assume? Not booming?
Yeah, normal.
Normal. Alright, excellent.
Are there any other? This is the last harpy, isn't it?
Yeah, this is the last one.
Yep.
So you don't
yeah.
get your whales from the grave, unfortunately. Unless you want to use it on Leros or Hannah or Rosad. Or the announcer.
Not the announcer. The announcer's good.
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
it specifies it has to be an enemy.
Nope, just a creature that's within 30 feet of the initial target.
Yeah.
Because I'm literally just taking their death and shoving it into them.
That sounds wrong. Okay.
Right. Okay, that is 6, 12, 13, 15. Oh, plus my proficiency, that's 18. Not proficiency, yeah. Dexterity.
Oh, dexterity. Okay.
Yeah.
So 18 plus what they already had is... Woo! Bloodied! But they are still up, and it's their go. And they're going straight in for Leros. Let's see if we can kill a character with the last of them. No. Possibly we can't even hit a character. What's your AC, Leros?
14.
What was that?
17.
Oh, 17. I heard 19 for a second. Oh, that's bloody high for a warlock.
Oh,
yeah, they
I
can't
have a
hit.
shield. If I had a shield, yeah.
They can't hit you. They can't. They had the first one was rolled an 11 plus 3 is 14. The other one's 7 plus 3 is 10. So neither of them. They're angry and in a lot of pain. They go straight for you, but they just can't. They can't get past your armor. And we go to the top. It's Rosad. There's one harpy left. It is looking bloodied. And it is doing its level best to kill Leros. It's gone into a frenzy. And Hannah, you'll be up straight after Rosad.
Should I go with the distant whispers?
Should I go with literally any other feature? No.
No.
No. Okay.
Well, I mean, I had
Wisdom
to
save.
move to get within striking range of this thing.
That wisdom save is an 8, so roll the full damage, and it will have to do a movement.
11.
11 damage. It won't have to do a movement. It's dead. You've whispered it to
It
death.
starts to do a movement. It goes.
Just boom. It's like and dies. Dies of fright. See, there's a lot of
As the,
harpy corpses on the boat.
As it drops down, I just sort of step forward and whisper into its ear. Leave us alone.
I didn't catch that, sorry.
It was should have left us alone. Yeah, terrifying.
You
Fantastic.
can't hear you anymore. It's dead.
That is also a dissonant whisper. Okay. Yeah, the harpies are dead. You can reward yourselves some experience. How many did I throw against you? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1,200 experience points divided between the 4 of you, which is 300 each.
Yeah.
If my maths is right.
I believe it
So
is.
that would put us at 1,694.
Nice, you're getting very close. You just got to do that one more time. That entire encounter took 2 hours, though. Bloody hell! Just got to do another 2-hour encounter, and you'll have the 300 experience points needed to get to your next level up. I think you'll get there by the end of this session.
So we're just going to survey the damage done to the boats.
There is a bit of damage.
I'm curious, is the fog lifting now that there's no harpies nearby?
Yes. And you can
Can I
see
see how close we were to running aground?
You were only 40 feet from running aground.
Cool.
I'm going to go see...
First of all, I want to help the guy who's overboard back on the boat.
He has been going, help!
Can I just walk down the side of the ship and fish him out?
You probably can, yeah. Give me a strength check. Just a raw strength check, just to lift him out. It's not going to be a hard roll for you. And frankly, even if you fail, it's just going to be how many times you've got to try it before you're able to pick him up and out. Is that a 20?
No.
Oh, 1. Okay, it's going to take a while, actually, start fishing. You fall in as well. The two of you have a really bad time. You do bond slightly over the experience, though.
I lower a rope down for them.
You lower a rope down. Okay, the two of you are able to finally climb out.
I'm just going to go there and prestidigitate the wetness off of them so they at least
Okay, you're
dry.
both dry. You're just a little bit embarrassed. Both of you are quite embarrassed, actually. The other guy's just walked off a boat, and he's meant to be a veteran sailor. So,
Correction, Nick. I'm salty.
You're salty about it, yes.
Yeah, because I was able to remove the fluid, but not the salt.
Yeah, you could always add another flavour, I think, with prestidigitation, if you want.
Oh, yes.
Salt, maybe some pepper as well, or vinegar. But anyway...
just make it bitter.
This
Experience.
this experience has given you a bit of camaraderie with the person you rescued. So if you need to, you can probably count on them as an ally. If you need to. I will let you come up with a name for the sailor, because I can't be asked. So, you're surveying the damage to the ship as well. Give me either investigation or water vehicle proficiency and intelligence, please.
They are both the same. And by that I mean they're 0.
See if you can understand what problems the boat might have. No, well,
I'm not even announcing.
You can see that the boat has taken damage. Obviously, that anyone can see that. It's just you don't know what the ramifications might be for the boat. You can assess that there are problems, for sure. There were problems with the wheel. The wheel's been fixed a bit now, though, and it does seem to turn, so that might be okay. You already know why the boat stopped, and you know that's unrelated, so that's not a problem. But you do know there's some damage to the front, and you're a little worried about it, but you're not sure whether it's going to be a problem or not.
I'm going to do the smart thing, and I'm going to ask the captain what they think.
Okay, captain goes... Did you get that thing in your head where you wanted to... I don't know why he's gone that accent. Where you want to
I
go...
like that accent.
Here, you get that in your head where you want to go party over in the rocks. Harpies, that is. You ever come across them?
Picks up harpy corpse. Picks up harpy corpse.
I mean you have now, but have you ever come across them before? You ever faced a harpy in your life?
No.
There's a secret. You know why I didn't walk off the boat straight away? And he pulls open he undoes his belt and he pulls open his trousers. And he fishes his hands in and he pulls out an onion. Stick an onion down your trousers, right? You'll be fine next time. They don't want them. They don't want people what have got onions down their trousers.
I could believe that.
So
I can't say I've heard that one before.
gained some important information from the captain there. Did you have any questions you wanted to ask the captain when he just randomly offered that info?
Yes, does he feel the boat is up to continuing the journey?
Oh, it'll be fine. You saw it when we left. It's not much worse.
Okay. Do you feel it is any... Thank you, that's the question.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
I'm gonna go and see what damage I did to the front and see if I can slam more hooks into it.
Yep, okay. Roll me intelligence with Smith's tools as you take a good Smith's eye at the damage. And we'll see.
Can I assist with this?
Do you have any form of proficiency that would be good with this at the moment?
I've got proficiency with water vehicles.
Yes, then you may. You may assist. So you can have advantage on the roll.
That's better, but still not excellent. That's gonna be a 12.
Okay, so you're looking at it with your Smith's eye, and the problem here, the real issue is it's not made of metal. But no, with your general, like, if you had carpenter's tools proficiency, you might be doing a better job. But with Smith's tools, it's not great. You could maybe try and melt the front down, but that doesn't work very well with wood. However, right next to you, you don't even notice. You're so busy looking, you don't even notice Grounded approach, because of course she's quite stealthy and quite light on her feet. And she's sort of wincing, and you turn around, you see her, and she's wincing, because in her head she can hear, "Arr! There, the bugger will through. Don't worry about it, Just land it all tight and you'll be there in a moment. What a fucking great combat. Let's do it again. Get yourself a bottle of grog, smash it over someone's head, let's go!" So that's what your ghost that's in your head is giving you suggestions about how to deal with this water vehicle-based situation. So get a bottle of grog, smash it over someone's head, and just punch someone, just destroy them, kill someone now, if possible.
How did
is
this
there advice?
ghost die?
Entirely unrelated. Running out of a bedroom hiding out of a bedroom window after being caught red-handed in someone else's bedroom.
Not in a nautical accident.
No, not at all. It's very surprising, and just fell to his death, unfortunately.
This is really why I should stop taking advice from people who got themselves killed.
Yeah, it happens a lot. How the lawyer died was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate indeed.
Wait, what does the lawyer give you again?
The lawyer may or may not be the doctor. Wearing a different hat.
Yeah. Oh. A lot of legal issues can be solved with leeches, you'll find. So
a lot of legal issues go away if you saw the right limb off.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, that's also the source of other legal issues.
See, ultimately, though, you think the boat is going to be fine. The ghost pirate in your head is relatively okay with the state of the vessel and just wants you to go and smash someone's face in, basically, and have a great time.
I just remembered to recork my bottle of rum.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can recork your bottle of rum. Yeah, for sure. And the announcer, the old Leonin announcer, sort of dusts himself off. And
it was the backseat before.
That's it, Tabaxi. Yeah, it's the other cat boy.
Can
dusts himself off.
Can I try and help him fix his table? Since I broke it.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. That's mighty kind of you. Thank you so much. And it'll take you about an hour to pick up everything and put things back together, because that was properly destroyed. But he bears no ill will to you. He understands when harpies get involved, you just gotta pile drive them 100 feet for an announcer's table. It just has to happen. Okay. So yeah, there's a load of harpy corpses on the boat. And you can see as the mist clears that the rocks ahead they're not too far away, and there are several nests there that are now empty. But you are free to continue. Well, apart from the fact that the boat will not move.
And we search this first.
Can we what?
Can I go?
Sorry, what was that?
Can I search the nests first?
Oh, you can absolutely head on over if you want to swim over there and search the nests.
It's a trick question, of course, but it's not going anywhere without me saying so.
Yeah, true.
While Grandad's doing that, I'm going to try and harvest what I can from the harpies.
That sounds great. Give me a survival check, please. If you have any tool proficiency that would work, you could use that instead. But I don't think you've got anything like embalming tools or anything that would reasonably work. So a survival check for
11.
the harvesting. 11? Okay, yeah, you get some harpy meat, which feels a bit odd to you because it looks a lot like human meat. But they looked very humanoid as you were cutting them up. But, I'm sure they taste different. It'll probably be fine.
It's like chicken.
Yeah, and you're able to actually collect a few harpy feathers. You probably get about a pouch full of harpy feathers, so probably contains about 50 or 60 that you're able to just stuff into a pouch. They might sell quite well.
That was the idea. I was mainly going after the claws and the feathers.
Oh, you can have the claws as well. They haven't cut off very well, so it'll be a reduced price. Because the score wasn't high to sort of cleanly separate them. But you've got them. Like, you can just hack them off and there you go. It's just you'll get a lower price for it because whoever takes them off of you is going to have to do a bit more work to clean them up.
Yeah, I'll make sure to mark it down properly in my thing.
It sounds like there's enough time for a short rest.
Oh yeah, I mean the boat's not going anywhere until Grounded says so. For up to 24 hours, so there's definitely time for a short rest.
I'm just gonna get my spell slots and curse back. By the way.
Okay, Grounded, you're over on the harpies' nests, and there's about 3 or 4 nests up here on these rocky outcrops. You can see immediately there's a couple of eggs, and also the nests are kind of littered with odd sort of scraps of fabric and bits and pieces that the harpies have found, a little bit, like a magpie's nest, but on a larger scale. So you can pick through that and see if there's anything nice there if you would like. Otherwise, it's pretty bare.
Do that.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Here we go.
Perception's off wisdom, right?
It is indeed.
Okay, that's just. Oh wait. I get +1. That's 12 then.
Oh, 12. 12's enough, yeah. So let me grab... What challenge rating with these? Yeah, that's not that high. Okay, so let's have a look and see what you find. Wonderful. So you get... Really? Nah, hang on. I'm rolling on the wrong table. I was going to say 15 copper pieces. Are we sure?
Then pickings in this ocean.
Yeah. I was on individual, not hordes. That's why. Okay. Right. Okay. So what these technically according to the table are art objects, but I do not think they've got beautiful portraits or anything like that. So what they've done is they've found some pretty gems that are shiny and catching the light. So there's pearls particularly, but there's also some nice bits of rock from nearby that are quite shiny. There's nearby igneous islands that they've found some beautiful gems on. So
there's a small golden belt.
Yeah, things like that.
Which you now take as your championship belt. Now the world undefeated title.
There is a champion belt. So each of these items is worth 25 gold pieces. Okay, and there are 5 of them, so 125 in total.
Yep, and from some other dimension, just on the wind, you can just hear the word shiny.
Funny you should say that. He might turn up later.
He's definitely still alive.
He's definitely still alive, and I know where he is.
Well, I would hope so.
Oh, and there's one other thing as part of it. You also get... I'm not giving you that. That would be useless. Okay, you get a potion of healing as well. So it originally went potion of climbing, and I was like, not great. Not particularly.
Not great,
No.
Not grounded specifically, but the rest of the party could use it.
Oh, sorry, there was one other thing. Yeah, no, this is actually in my notes. There is a small sphere of thick glass, weighs about a pound.
Do I recognise anything about it?
Roll me Arcana.
Hey.
It does seem magical to the touch, because you get that feeling.
Oh yeah, Arcana's intelligence. Okay, that's a 9.
A 9. Not sure. You definitely think it's magical, though.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to show that to the paladin when I get back to the ship, but also, how much do I know about harpy eggs and what'll happen to them if they're just left?
They'll certainly die if they're left. Either they'll be eaten by something, which is going to find an empty harpy nest and some delicious protein, or they'll hatch and immediately die as they're not being fed like birds would. You know enough about birds that you can make that assumption without needing a check, I think.
Harpies are sentient, right?
Of sorts. They have no languages. What is their intelligence score? Let's have a look. 7, so yes, they are sentient.
Okay, Granted looks at the eggs and just sort of has a bit of a flashback moment and takes them back to the ship with her.
Okay, you take a clutch of harpy eggs. I'm going to say you have...
So, Hetty 1, Hetty 2,
You have
Hetty
4.
3.
You have 4 harpy eggs.
It is.
Okay.
4 Hetties, got it.
You're
You have plans for
gonna
them?
you're gonna need to keep them warm as well as things go on. Just
Okay,
like
so
any other egg, really.
If only we hadn't have thrown away that oddly warm potato.
Oh yeah, you had the oddly warm potato, didn't you?
Yeah. Granted was sort of unconscious for some reason at the time.
It does happen a lot.
Warm potato.
Yeah, it's just
It
weirdly
was a
warm.
warm potato, yeah.
So, what are you planning with the eggs there?
Basically, I just feel bad about creating orphans.
That's fair. I can understand that.
Yep.
You got a plan for how you're going to incubate them. Very long word there, I know.
You really are going full Samus with this, aren't you?
I turn to the captain as I get back and say, "Is there somewhere warm I can put these?"
Captain looks at you and goes,
Not the oven.
"Why did you want to do that?" But I mean, you put them in the kitchen. That's the warmest place. Otherwise, I'm sure we can work out a way to keep your quarters warm enough.
Right. Can I guarantee that no one will attempt to use them to cook? Attempt to eat them?
I can't guarantee that, no. Nah, something I can promise. I'm not gonna
In
lie,
that
I'm
case-
barely in control of the crew.
Okay. In that case, try and keep my quarters warm, please.
Alright, will do. And he just turns around and goes, and starts muttering as he's walking up, bloody hag's egg and harpies and nonsense. And it's never the normal ones.
And
Something
also,
about onions.
I also show the stone to Hannah.
Sure, so
That's
yeah. It's perfectly spherical, made of glass. Looks to be clear. About the size of, well, it weighs about a pound, so it's about twice the size of your fist. Definitely is magical. You can sort of feel it.
Well, not my area of expertise, sadly, but yeah, magic. That's all I can really say about it. I don't handle much in the way of magic. Like,
If only there was a short rest coming up where you could focus on it.
if only, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. I also imagine there's things to do during short rest, but yes.
You can focus on it, make an Arcana check, see if you can identify it. I made identification harder a while back, then completely forgot all those rules. But I'm trying to remember this time. But you have to make an Arcana check to identify what it is. But you can repeat that check as many times as you want, once a short rest or long rest. Or you can cast Detect Magic or Identify. Detect Magic will give you some info, not all.
Although there is one person on the ship who has proficiency with Arcana.
There is.
At least one.
At least one.
Yeah. So it sounds like that we're taking a short rest while the crew maneuver the ship so it's not facing the reefs.
Well, currently the ship can't be moved.
Alright, I find the captain again and ask him how easily can the ship be turned away from the reef once it starts moving.
Like, once it starts moving, right now we can't move it at all. There's something unnatural here. I don't like it.
Yeah, that'll be me.
Well, I mean, that's not very fair on yourself. I mean, I know there's a lot of people talk about tieflings, but that's not quite right. I mean, come on, we're all, we've all been about a bit. We've been to the right, we've been to every sort of country and met everyone. People are people. We don't need to get into that sort of nonsense. I won't have it on my ship.
No, I mean literally, I'm doing this.
Well, if you don't mind stopping, we might be able to get the
Yeah, but I
boat
just
around.
wanted to make sure we wouldn't just charge straight into the reef before I switched it off.
I see your point. We'll get the sails down first. He shouts, "Boys, get the sail down!" And they're like, "Why? We're not moving it. Get it down!" Sail comes down, and yeah, you're free to drop the anchor or raise the anchor.
I guess I just tap it again with the feather and it just vaporizes, does it?
Yeah, it vanishes. You've lost the token, unfortunately, but it was in fairness the perfect use for it. I don't think there's a better use
Well done.
for that one very specific item.
I mean, there was Ross's fan token would also have helped.
Rose's fan token would help the opposite way
Might
around.
not be the right word.
The example I've seen for that feather token, because it stops the ship from moving, is there's a comment on the website where I saw the description of it says, "Stops the ship from falling."
It would, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely would work like that, yeah. So, yeah,
So it's like, oh dear.
they're able to get the ship round. You're able to all have a short rest. Who's trying to identify the orb?
I can do that.
Not me.
Are you giving it to Leros?
I do have Arcana proficiency.
Eao also has Arcana proficiency if you want me to roll it for her. Iris has given me permission to do that. But
She also has an intelligence modifier, so I think that's a good idea.
okay. I'm just saying, I don't know what her stats are, but I have a vague understanding that it would be +3 proficiency plus another, I think 3 for intelligence, yeah. I think she's got like a 16 or 17 intelligence. So that'd be a +6. So if you want to hand it to Eao, who's currently, unfortunately, below decks on the poop deck, and who hasn't been charmed by the harpies because the sheer sound of her own bowels, but you hand it over to her while she's going, "Argh!" And she
Focusing on.
takes a look at
Plus
it.
the harpies aren't a homicidal fire mage.
Yeah, only got eyes for the homicidal fire mage. So that is a 9 plus 6 is 15. That's plenty to identify something like this. This is not a very rare item. It is very useful though. What she sort of looks at you, very pale, very pallid, sweat sort of dripping from her forehead, and goes, "It's a drift globe." So a drift globe is neat. It's a light. You say a command word and it floats next to you and it sends out light.
You cannot see in the dark, Eao. I think you should have this.
The neater thing is once per day, you can use it to cause the daylight spell, which is a 60-foot radius sphere of light from the orb itself, and it will get rid of magical darkness as well.
And vampires.
And
Probably not
vampires, yeah.
No,
and vampires.
It does work on vampires.
Yeah.
And living shadows if we ever run into those again.
Indeed.
Well-
So it has plenty of uses. It does not require any attunement. But yeah, you can just have it float behind you and glow as well. So it's a torch you don't need to hold, which is very helpful. But almost everyone has dark vision, with the exception
Except
of
for it.
the only human. Oh no, and the paladin. Yeah, the paladin can't either. You might want to give it to the paladin for a moment. The human rogue is not going to be doing much for this.
This session, yeah.
It adds to the whole beacon of light thing I have going, I guess.
It does work, yeah. It does work.
I throw it to her and say, for the aesthetic.
So yes,
Awesome.
you have a drift globe. So
Thank you.
I'm gonna need two things from you. I'm gonna need 2 command words of your choice. One to cause it to do the daylight spell, and one to cause it to just float there next to you and glow like a torch.
I will get back to you though. with
Yeah,
those
you've got
since I
plenty of
have-
time. You don't need to do that straight away.
Yep.
But we're also almost at 11 o'clock, so I think we're going to stop here because we're at a good breaking point.
Yep.
We will arrive at Cantlore probably very early in the next session. There is one thing that has to happen before you can arrive at Cantlore, and that is down to the meteorological effects that are swirling around Cantlore. So that will be fun. Really interesting combat, those harpies in the end. I wasn't expecting
fight.
almost all of you to to get charmed because it's such a low DC, but that made it quite entertaining. I really enjoyed that. It's been good to have the Guild of Icons back. And thank you, Keith, of course, for joining us for this and for the next session as well, which will be in 2 weeks.
Good to be here.
Next week, we will be doing the Guild of Icons Adventures, run by Iris, and I will be playing as Inoltrare, the Dwarven divination wizard. We will have Bree as Fee, the... Are you a human ranger, or are you a...
Tiefling.
Tiefling ranger. And we will have Morgan, played by Pixel Podium, who is, in my opinion, the creepiest player character I've ever encountered. It's just fantastic. Pixel's portrayal of Morgan scares the shit out of me and puts the bejesus right up the willies. No, that's not right. Puts the willies in... I don't know.
Whatever.
Anyway, it's terrifying. It's terrifying. We are, I think, still also looking for a 4th person if someone wants to be a child. It takes place in the same world as the Guild of Icons, but it is usually a good deal sillier. Last time it was a cheese heist with rat kings, a giant rat, and Nilks the immortal kobold. I have no idea what it is this time. Iris doesn't tell me ahead of time for many reasons, one not least because even though I'm a divination wizard, there are some things I shouldn't know. But I think that's great. If you are interested in joining, there's a message in the Guild of Icons channel in the Discord, so pop over to that and say hello to that. Okay, we're going to stop. There's no raids because we're on YouTube and I keep forgetting that. But yeah. That's it. I don't know how to end this without the bye-bye screen. It's really weird. Snails and a mysterious stranger and a boat, apparently. Well, I'm already sold. Is this because I ran a flail snail against her at one point? It probably is. It's probably my fault.
She posted that one, that intro thing on the Discord, didn't she?
Oh, she did, didn't she? Oh, yes. Yes. Where'd it go? We've put too many memes in between. Hang on. Oh god, I've put so many memes in. That's a lot of memes.
Fail before the flail snail. Which will make you eat quail or something.
I think that might have been in the tabletop channel anyway.
Oh, okay. Oh god, there's going to have been too many pictures of magic cards. Okay, anyway, I'll find it at some point and I'll paste that in.
Oh wait, I found it. A strange man comes into the city of Koraki, driving a boat on wheels pulled by giant snails. The people are keeping their distance from this wild man as he searches for some brave and powerful adventurers to assist him in a task that holds the fate of the world itself. Nobody is giving this strange man the time of day except of course the local heroes, the young adventurers who saved the world's cheese, and they are eager for another adventure.
I do like the sound of that. I've got a caravan, a boat on land pulled by snails. It sounds very, very Fey, doesn't it? I think it's
very
going to.
evocative.
Yeah, I
Looking
think
forward
it's going to be
watching
really neat. It reminds me in some ways of like Alice in Wonderland or something like that. So I think that's going to be really good fun. And I happen to know Iris loves the Feywild and stuff like that. So if it is Fey, we're in for a treat. And if it's not, we're still in for a treat.
To join.
If you're tempted to join, I mean, the message is in there. I'm sure Iris will be plenty happy for you to create a child character. I don't think there's anything you have to bear in mind on the child stuff. You'll have to send her a message about characters because she does some changes to character generation, but they're pretty neat. And yeah, I will stop there before I natter anymore because I've got a wedding to go to tomorrow, not my own, thankfully. And I will see you all next week for the Guild of Icons Adventures. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye, everyone.
Good night.